Bo Hupp is the son of Danny and Andrew Hupp. He is a preschooler at Henry J. Kaiser. Brantley Parker is the son of Angie and Zach Parker, and he attends school at Henry J. Kaiser and is in the first grade. Noah Plumley is the son of Madison Plumley and is a preschooler at Henry J. Kaiser. Beckham Ritchie is the son of Angel and Brent Ritchie, attends kindergarten at Henry J. Kaiser. Lincoln Ritchie is the son of Angel and Brent Ritchie. He's in the second grade at Henry J. Kaiser. Beckham Slavin is the son of Brooks Slavin. He is a preschooler at Henry J. Kaiser. At this time, last year's Mr. and Miss Red Devil, Colton Crow and Josie Lawless, will be crowning the 2025 Little Mr. and Miss Red Devil. The Ravenswood Cheer Squad is extremely appreciative for all the contestants who participated in this year's Little Miss and Mr. Red Devil event. We are thankful for abundant action and community members, family, and friends who supported all of this year's candidates. With your support, and cheerleaders are able to purchase items such as uniforms, pom-poms, and new signs for competition. The Ravenswood cheerleaders are happy to announce this year's Little Miss, Mr. Red Devil. Your Little Mr. Red Devil 2025 is Bo Hupp. The Ravenswood cheerleaders are happy to announce this year's
Ravenswood
Little
High
Miss
School.
Red
And
Devil
on this
2025
Harvest in the Wood weekend in the River City, Red Devils would love nothing more than to begin the fall with a hard-earned victory. The Red and Black have been feeling more black and blue of late, as injuries have dealt a blow to a Red Devil locker room that is hungry to see the fruits of their labor through the off-season produce consistent results on the field. Tonight, they welcome in an old foe in the Sissonville Indians for the first time since 1999. Sissonville took bragging rights with the win in the last installment of this series, but it was the Red Devils who were the victors the last time the teams tangled on Ravenswood's home turf. Live from Flint Field at Spano-Taylor Stadium, WMOV is wired in to bring you all the sights and sounds of tonight's border battle between Kanawha and Jackson County schools. As Ravenswood hosts Sissonville, it's time to get out the pitchfork and raise the game flag. This is Ravenswood Red Devil football.
Welcome inside Spano-Taylor Stadium on the campus of Ravenswood High School. It is Harvest in the Wood weekend in Ravenswood, a fun atmosphere around Homecoming 2025 as the Red Devils prepare to host the Sissonville Indians tonight here at Flint Field. A fun renewal of a rivalry between Kanawha and Jackson County schools, the 30th meeting in this series between these schools on the gridiron, but the first time the teams have matched up since 1999. It was a Sissonville victory, 28-6 at Joe Sawyer's Field in that last matchup in the series. The last victory at Flint Field coming the year before for Ravenswood in a 30-0 win over the Indians the last time they played here, September 4th, 1998. We'll catch up with Red Devil head coach Matt Perry to talk more about tonight's matchup as we approach kickoff near the bottom of the hour. But first, let's get a comprehensive look at all the high school football coverage around the Mountain State with our Metro News high school football preview for Week 5.
Joe Mercado and Greg Carey talking Class Quad A football as we hit the midway point of the regular season in Week 5 this week. Greg, before we take a look at the big matchups we've got, which team impressed you the most in Week 4?
Yeah, I'm going with Spring Mills, and it was a 20-0 victory for the Cardinals against Musselman. In the process, Spring Mills improves to 3-1. And this was the same Appleman team that 1 week earlier had defeated Wheeling Park, the only team to hand Spring Mills its lone loss to this point. That marks Spring Mills' third shutout over its first 4 games this season, and it continues a theme of exceptional defensive play that dates back to the start of 2024. Along the way, Bradley Butts rushed for 2 touchdowns to provide some offensive punch for the Cardinals as that unit remains a work in progress.
I'm going to go with the Big Reds of Parkersburg. They rallied back for a 20-17 victory over their arch rivals from Parkersburg South. PHS down 17-6 at halftime, but they rallied back to score the final 2 touchdowns in the game and pick up the victory. The team with the best opportunity this week, Greg, in Week 5.
Yeah, I went with George Washington. This is an extremely difficult challenge that awaits the Patriots. They're putting their unbeaten record on the line against Barnesville, Ohio, traveling to face a perennial power out of state that has a 41-game regular season win streak. So for the GW defense, which has allowed only 38 points over its first 4 games and no more than 12 in any contest, this is going to be quite a difficult test against the Shamrocks team that has scored no fewer than 35 points in any of its 5 games and has won all 5 of those contests by at least 28.
I'm going to go with the Red Devils of Oak Hill. They have a road trip at Greenbrier East coming up in Week 5. And for Oak Hill, they rallied back from a Week 3 loss by picking up a victory last week to get to 3-1 on the season. If they can hit the midway point of the season with a 4-1 record, certainly that will help Oak Hill's possibilities of once again hosting a playoff game for the second year in a row. They've got some tough challenges on the second half of their regular season schedule with Capital, Beckley, and North Marion still ahead of them. So a big opportunity for Oak Hill if they're able to get a victory at Greenbrier East this week. And finally, Greg, the game of the week in Class Quad A.
Yeah, I'm taking Fairmont Senior against University, a AAA Quad A matchup, and the Polar Bears are looking to remain undefeated in what figures to be a tough test against the Hawks. And coming off an emotional overtime win against North Marion, Fairmont Senior must refocus as it looks to slow down a University team that has amassed at least 35 points in all 4 of its games thus far. The Hawks have proven to be especially balanced offensively, and though they enter this contest off of their first loss, this presents an opportunity for a quality bounce-back victory.
I'm going to go with Spring Mills and Morgantown. This is a rematch of a Class Quad A quarterfinal from a year ago, won by Spring Mills by the final of 14-7, in which Spring Mills later advanced on to the championship game. Spring Mills' defense in their 3-1 start, they posted 3 shutouts. Morgantown's offense in their 4-0 start, they've scored 182 points. So something has to give when Spring Mills meets Morgantown on Friday night. Class AAA football as we hit the midway point. Greg, before we take a look at the big matchups coming up this weekend, which team impressed you most in AAA in Week 4?
Yeah, I'm taking Spring Valley. It was a much-needed 24-20 victory against Cabell Midland that allowed the Timberwolves to improve to 2-2. And in this rivalry game, Spring Valley had a 17-6 halftime lead, but then trailed by 3 points in the fourth quarter. They faced a pretty difficult decision, elected to go for it on 4th down from their own territory. That decision could not have paid off any better as Zeke Lewis broke off a long touchdown run with inside 5 minutes remaining. That made all the difference in the outcome for Spring Valley, which has now played all 4 of its games against Quad A competition.
Most impressive team I got to see was the team I saw Friday night, Fairmont Senior picking up a 27-21 overtime victory over North Marion. Fairmont Senior not in the position where they're rallying from deficits too often in recent years, but they did that, trailing by 7 with 10 minutes to play. They get a touchdown drive capped by an Anthony Smith touchdown run to send the game to overtime, and then Smith wins it with a 2-yard touchdown run in the extra session. And the Polar Bear defense really clamped down well on the Huskies in the late stages of the game, so Fairmont Senior improves to 3-0 with that victory. Looking at Week 5, Greg, the team with the best opportunity this week.
Well, with Greenbrier East, and the Spartans are welcoming Oak Hill in what would be a very important victory should Greenbrier East be able to pull it off. That would undoubtedly be a big boost to their postseason prospects. At 2-1, Greenbrier East has gotten off to a relatively solid start, and though it lost its last game to Allegheny of Virginia, that came back on September 12th, meaning the Spartans do have 2 weeks of prep time for what is sure to be a stern challenge against a 1-loss Red Devil squad.
I'm going to go with Pikeview. They're taking on Shady Spring this week. Pikeview opened the season with consecutive victories before losing to Westside last week. There's lots of optimism that this is a Pikeview team that could possibly be a Class AAA playoff team. If they're able to defeat Shady Spring, that'll give them obviously a good number of AAA points in which to do so. So Pikeview, my team with the best opportunity this week. And finally, Greg, the game of the week in AAA. What do you got?
I got Kaiser against Hampshire. A pair of 1-loss teams clash, and they're both looking to continue what's been a strong stretch over the first month of the season. For the Golden Tornado, this is an opportunity to run a win streak to 3 games and make the most of a bye week after they scored an impressive Week 3 win over Robert C. Byrd. On the flip side, there's Hampshire, whose only loss has come against defending AA state champion Frankfort, and this is a chance to also run a win streak to 3 games for the Trojans in what would certainly be their most marquee victory to date.
Ripley taking on Nitro, and both of those teams suffered heartbreaking losses earlier this year. Ripley on a Hail Mary against South Charleston at the gun. Nitro on a late field goal against Herbert Hoover. Nitro won this meeting last year 43-0. 3-6, but I think it's a big spot for Ripley to see how much they may have improved over the past year and if they will indeed be a factor in Class AAA going forward. So Ripley and Nitro, my AAA game of the week. We'll take a look at Class AA and Class A coming up.
It's Truck Month at Mark Porter Chevrolet GMC. Wait, it's always Truck Month. Car Ferry. We stock over 400 pickups. Why? Because we sell them cheaper than everyone else. 2025 Chevrolet Silverados get up to $11,000 off. Includes $1,250 trade assistance rebate. 2025 Chevy Trax over 50 in stock starting at $22,137. Hard to find Chevrolet Traverses over 20 in stock, savings up to $4,900 off. Want a Tahoe or a Suburban? We have them. Need a Colorado or dreaming of a Corvette? See Mark Porter today. Shop MarkPorterGM.com or MarkPorterAshland.com. 2025 GM Sierra 4x4s in stock. Save up to $14,500 off, including $3,500 Buick GMC owner loyalty rebates. Our Sierra pricing gets people that come from all over the USA to get our deal. 2025 GMC Heavy Duty save up to $9,000 off. 2026 GMC Terrain save up to $2,000 off, over 50 in stock. Acadias, Yukons XL, Denali's, we have them. 10 EVs, over 800 GM vehicles available. Located at Greenup Avenue, Ashwood, Kentucky, or Route 33 and Route 7, Pomeroy, Ohio. All rebates to dealer. Sale ends September 30th.
University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College is committed to excellence in education at an affordable price. With campuses across the region, obtaining your degree or certification has never been easier. We're committed to your success and offer a wide range of programs, dedicated faculty, and a friendly community. Scholarships and financial aid are available to help you along the way. At Rio, we are changing tomorrows by making an affordable education within reach. Visit us online at rio.edu. That's rio.edu. It's Michael Sussman here reminding you to check out Sussman on Sports.
Standing for the playing of our alma mater. Remaining standing for the alma mater.
A big win for Bluefield and a big test coming up this Friday night that we'll talk about in a second. Team with the best opportunity, Greg, for Week 5.
Yeah, how about the Philip Barber Colts? It's been 2 straight losses against daunting challenges. No shame in losing to either Bridgeport or North Marion, which is the exact case for Philip Barber over these last 2 weeks. But unfortunately, now comes another tough test against a AAA foe in a rival and against Elkins. The Tigers have used a powerful ground game to start this season 4-0. And for Philip Barber, another loss in Week 5 would leave them with a losing record halfway through the season, but a win would largely erase the disappointment of each of the last 2 weeks.
I'm going to go with the South Harrison Hawks. They have a difficult road trip coming up this Friday night as they visit Clay County, but for the Hawks, they're off to a 4-0 start. A victory would give them a 5-0 start for the second consecutive year. Again, Clay County, a difficult team to beat at home, and in Clay County, a team that is likely in the Class AA playoff picture once again this year. So South Harrison, my team with the best opportunity this week if they can pick up a road victory at Clay. And finally, the game of the week.
How about Chapmanville against Williamstown? And for the Tigers, it's been a really impressive 3-0 start to this season that's featured dominant defense. Chapmanville has allowed only 19 points on the season. After an impressive 42-point win over Midland Trail in Week 4, the Tigers, however, will face unquestionably their toughest test this season in the Yellow Jackets. Don't be fooled by the 1-2 record that Williamstown possesses at this point, as it enters this matchup fresh off an extremely impressive win, handling Roane County by 24 points. I'm very interested to see in this game how well the Tigers' front 7 or 8 holds up defensively, and I think that'll go a long way toward determining the outcome.
I'm going to go with what should be an excellent matchup in Southern West Virginia on Friday night. Bluefield taking on Independence. As we mentioned, Bluefield rising to number 3 in the SSAC ratings after their victory over Woodrow Wilson. Independence, 4-0, opened the season with an impressive victory over Herbert Hoover, and then 3 victories to follow that. This is a game that wasn't played last year due to a weather postponement, and then ultimately the game was not able to be played. So looking forward to seeing these two Southern West Virginia teams, Fred Simon and John Lilly, match up against each other on Friday night in Coal City. Class A. Greg, before we take a look at the best matchups coming up this Friday, which team impressed you the most this past week in Week 4?
Yeah, I've got Wirt County. It was an impressive 55-26 victory for the Tigers against Gilmer County. That gave Wirt County its 3rd straight victory since a season opening loss. In those 3 wins, Wirt County has amassed 144 points, and for a team that's set to face Wahama in Week 5, taking care of the Titans by 4 touchdowns was not only an important win, but it was a sign of maturity as they didn't get caught looking ahead.
I'm going to go with St. Mary's. They picked up a victory over previously unbeaten Webster County in dominating fashion by the final of 49-18. So St. Mary's now back to the 500 mark at 2-2 on the season. Greg, as we look at Week 5, the team with the best opportunity ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm taking Greenbrier West. They're coming into an important matchup against Man, fresh off of a much-needed 2-point win over Pocahontas County. That result allowed the Cavaliers to improve to 2-2. They're still searching for some offensive improvement, as Greenbrier West has been held to 16 or fewer points in 3 of those 4 games that they've played, while scoring only 14 in consecutive contests. But a victory this week over the Hillbillies would not only give Greenbrier West its first winning record of the season, it would also do wonders for the Cavaliers' playoff hopes and confidence.
And I'm going to go with Meadow Bridge. They're off to a 3-0 start in the first month of the season. They have a long road trip as they take on Valley Wetzel, and this is the first of 5 consecutive road games for Meadow Bridge, but a team in Class A that made the playoffs a year ago and can certainly get themselves on the good side of the playoff picture if they can continue to stack wins in the coming weeks as they begin a very long stretch of road games. Finally, Greg, the game of the week.
I'm taking a AA, single-A matchup. Wayne against Sherman. It's a Pioneers team that comes in 2-2, though they've dropped 2 straight. They'll be traveling to face a Tide team that enters fresh off of 2 consecutive victories and with a 3-1 record. While this is an important game for both teams, for Sherman, it's a chance to notch a 2nd straight quality win against a AA foe after it took care of Riverview Week 4. If Sherman has aspirations of staying home for the first round of the playoffs, a win in this matchup would certainly go a long way towards doing exactly that.
And I'm going to go with Wahama and Wirt County, and the beat goes on at Wahama. 18 consecutive victories dating back to last season. They're off to a 4-0 start, and their offense has scored 217 points in those first 4 games. Wirt County, after dropping their season opener, they are on the good side of a 3-game winning streak. So Wahama and Wirt County, my game of the week for week number 5.
A big thanks to Joe Mercado and Greg Carey from West Virginia Metro News High School Sports for that comprehensive preview of all the action around the Mountain State on this Week 5 of the 2025 regular season. Coming up, we sat down with Ravenswood Red Devil head coach Matt Peary to discuss tonight's homecoming matchup with the Sissonville Indians as we count down to kickoff here at Flynn Field at Spano-Taylor Stadium. You're listening to Ravenswood Red Devil coverage on 1360 AM, 93.5 and 106.9 FM, WMOV.
Teriyaki, savory and thick, Carolina Gold, tangy and bold, honey sriracha, hot and spicy, topped with our creamy coleslaw. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Shooter's Biscuit, world's pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome sauce.
For years, you have known Mac Gas as a convenient, reliable, and affordable service center for your vehicle. And Mac and his crew are always on the lookout for ways to save you money while keeping your vehicle running smoothly. Right now at Mac, you can get a $15 to $25 rebate on the purchase of a qualifying Napa battery, alternator, or starter. The good guys at Max have all the details. Get them now at Max Gas, Washington Street on Ravenswood's north side.
At Home National Bank, you're more than just a number. You're family. We know your name, your story, and your dreams. Our loans are done here, in-house, and they stay here too, reinvested into our towns. Whether you're in Racine, Syracuse, Middle Forge, or our new branch in Ravenswood, we're proud to be your hometown bank. Stop by or visit online at homenatlbank.com. Home National Bank. You'll love coming home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Joining me now is the head coach of the Red Devils, Matt Peary. And, Coach, tough one last week against Doddridge, but you put that one in the rear view and welcome in a Sissonville team that a lot of similarities between the Sissonville program and this Ravenswood program with where they are now, young programs, rebuilding. Sissonville found some success, broke a long losing streak earlier in the season. I know you would like to see an opportunity for your Red Devils to do the same here on homecoming at Flynn Field.
Yeah, us at Sissonville, very similar. We scrimmaged last year, and afterwards their former head coach and I got together and said it'd probably be a pretty good matchup if we could get it in a regular season with both being double-A opponents. So we moved away from Doddridge as quick as we possibly could. I kind of expected that to be a buzzsaw, but I was really proud with how our guys battled in the first half, and we really were in it until midway through the second quarter. So we had our focus set on Sissonville come Saturday morning, and we knew we had work to do.
Good long sustained drive to start off things last Friday night. That's what you're looking for in this offense. You've seen some success with it. You just got to get more types of series like that throughout an extended period for this ball club.
Yeah, we have the ability to strike and hit a long ball or bust a play for a long gain, but my mentality coming from my days at Roan were more of let's go pick up 4 or 5 at a time and try to stay in front of the chains. Keep plus plays and stay away from the negative plays. Just keep moving the ball, take time, and punch it in at the end. So we've every game we've played this year, we've shown mounting drives and been able to put 8, 9, 10 play drives together. We're just unable to find the end zone at times.
A big weapon for you on both sides of the football coming back into the lineup tonight off injury, and Jacob Simmons. Talk about what that means for this ball club with Ralphie Rhodes emerging in that feature back spot. How does that play Simmons within the offensive side of things? And obviously we know what he can do on the defensive side playing out that linebacker slot.
Yeah, we've been thrilled with the way Ralphie Rhodes has been running the ball in the backfield. We kind of knew we had a guy that could do that. We just didn't know when it would show, and unfortunately, due to injury, he had to show that much earlier in the sophomore campaign than we thought. But it gives us the opportunity to go 2 backs in the backfield with Simmons and Rhodes. We can put Simmons out of the slot. We can put him in a split, bring him in motion. We can run option with him. So we're really, really excited to get Jacob back, not only offensively, but defensively. He's a weapon. He plays downhill. He's physical. I know he's chomping at the bit to get back on the field.
You look at the defensive side of the football, what Chase has meant to you over there, what Owen's meant to you over there on the tackle side of things, obviously shoring up on that defensive front. That's really been a strong suit for you. You got to be pleased with, even though the scores look deceiving, it's not a true, accurate statement of how well this defense has played for you at times throughout the season.
Yeah, there's been multiple times this year our offense has kind of put our defense in a rough position inside the 40. Ripley had them multiple times inside the 40. Polka just the same. So been really, really happy with our defensive line play and production. Our linebackers have improved, especially with Simmons, who was more of a coverage guy out on the perimeter last year, and Owen, when he played defense last year, was a safety. And now you're asking those two to lead your defense and be the studs at linebacker. Really proud of them, but we know if we can stop the run early, Sissonville's going to drop back and throw it. They've thrown it 2 games combined for over 50 times. So we know that's what they want to do. They want to get the ball out, so we got to rally up and pursue the football.
Coach, be a nice time to get one here tonight on this Harvest in the Wood weekend, homecoming. A lot of excitement in the air. Good luck to you and your Red Devils tonight.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you.
That's Ravenswood head coach Matt Peary.
The time is now, and Red Devil football is on the air. Let's return to the Mark Porter Motors broadcast booth and Tom Hunter.
What a night for football at Flynn Field on this Harvest in the Wood weekend. A great crowd, an electric atmosphere. It's homecoming, and you can feel it in the air tonight here at Ravenswood High School. And this Red Devil team excited for the opportunity at hand with a chance here to put a long losing streak behind them in this matchup with Sissonville. Mirror images of one another, as we talked about in the pregame discussion with Matt Peary. Sissonville knows all too well the situation this Red Devil program faces right now, having broken out of their own long losing streak in week 2 of this season, ending a 21-game losing streak with a 20-19 win over Tulsa on a Thursday night game at Joe Sawyer's Field in Sissonville. It's been 735 days since this Red Devil football program chalked a W in the win column, and that was against Sherman September 22nd, 2023, on the road at Seth, a 16-13 win. Is tonight the night a streak ends for Matt Peary and this Red Devil club? It's what they've worked for all offseason. It's what they've continued to work for through a lot of adversity through 5 weeks of the regular season as they kick off week number 5 tonight. it'd be a good opportunity to put a streak behind them, build anew, go into the off week, get healthier, and come out in the second half of the season and roll the dice. You don't know what's going to happen down that second half stretch of the season for this Ravenswood group. Again, a great crowd on hand this evening. Whether you're joining us on our air signals at 1360 AM, 93.5 and 106.9 FM in the Bend area, or you're listening to us on our streams on the WMOV on the Go app or via TuneIn, the TuneIn radio app, or via our website, WMOV1360.com, or if you're watching us on our YouTube channel. Great to have you with us here this evening as we welcome you in and inside the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth. Tom Sussman helping us out on the video production here this evening. Dave Miller back at Master Control, manning the switches here tonight on this one. Ravenswood will kick the ball away from right to left to Sissonville to start this one off. Caleb Hupp, back from injury, puts a foot into the ball at the 40. It drops at the 26, and it's picked up by the deep man for Sissonville. The return upfield behind blockers at 35, the 40, turning to 45, 50, finally forced out at the 46 was the return man Brody Scott for Sissonville. Nice return for Scott, the senior, as he's forced out over on the Sissonville sideline. And that's where the Red Devils will set up shop. First down at 10. Ball resting at the Ravenswood 47-yard line. The talented signal caller leading this Sissonville Indians offense, Maddox Baylog, a 6'1 junior. Has Baylog in the gun. Wide outs to both sides. Baylog gives the handoff to the deep back. And carrying the ball for the Indians is Malachi Holtzman, the junior. Apologize, we're jumping all over the map here with a lot of number changes on this Sissonville roster. They hadn't updated the SSAC roster and came in with a host of number changes prior to the game tonight, so we're jumping all around the roster here to let you know who's carrying the football. Malachi Holtzman again on the carry as Sissonville quick to get on the football. A first down pickup here for the Indians as they move the chains. Ball now spotted at the 37-yard line. They show one receiver to the left, twin receivers to the right. Holtzman, the lone back in the backfield with Baylog, the quarterback. The hand and the give to Holtzman again as he has had 3 straight carries and picking up a lot of yardage running up the middle of this Ravenswood defensive front as he gets across the 35-yard line down to the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 5, second down and 5 with the Indians on the opening possession here, moving right down the field on Ravenswood. Baylog in the gun. Holtzman, the lone back. Holtzman with the give again. He stops, cuts, moves over to the right side, finds running room off that right edge across the 30 down to the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. That'll be another Sissonville first down. So Holtzman carrying the load here early for Sissonville as he's picked up all the yardage here in what was a drive that started at the 48-yard line. Holtzman, the lone back again. Twin receivers off to the left, one to the right. Holtzman gets the give and goes up the middle, this time stopped up. Nice job on the coverage there for the Red Devils. Owen Curtis coming out of the linebacker spot after the initial hit from Chase Sook up front. Curtis, 23 tackles on the season now. Outstanding junior campaign for the linebacker / quarterback. Second down, Indians. Pass. Baylog finds a man open, and he connects down in the middle of the field for a touchdown. The receiver on that one, Colton Ross.
22-yard pass play for touchdown.
Colton Ross, the touchdown. And Sissonville strikes first. at the 9:40 mark.
Going for the point after be Freddie Pasco.
So Baylog on the connection to Ross. And the PAT kick is up and good by Freddie Pasco. 7-0 lead Sissonville. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
Geno's is spicing things up with 2 new specialty pizzas featuring our new hot honey sauce.
Our hot honey pizza is topped with red pepper flakes, sliced Italian sausage, jalapenos, and onions.
The sweet heat pizza features slices of Italian sausage, green peppers, and onions.
Both are drizzled with our signature hot honey sauce.
Hot honey, it brings the heat.
Sweet heat, the perfect balance of spice and sweet.
2 bold new flavors, available for a limited time at Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House.
When First Federal Savings and Loan came into existence back in 1935, the goal was to provide a financial alternative for individuals and families to secure their future, building homes and dreams to get fuel a community's growth. That's still the goal today, and it's why First Federal is so involved in the daily life of Ravenswood and Jackson County, helping businesses grow, schools thrive, and our children have a brighter future. First Federal Savings and Loan, 712 Washington Street, Ravenswood, an equal housing lender, accounts insured by FDIC.
Welcome back inside Flint Field, Spano-Taylor Stadium. Tom Hunter with you. Sissonville with an early 7-0 lead as Baylog connects with Ross on a 22-yard touchdown pass. The PAT kick by Pasco. Ravenswood on the ensuing kickoff. The deep man bringing it upfield for the Red Devils. Jacob Simmons. Good to see him back in the lineup tonight as he gets a decent return out across the 30-yard line. That's where the Red Devils will set up shop, first down and 10. Simmons sidelined in that opening series against Ripley with a concussion and had been out the last 2 weeks. Good to see him back in the lineup this evening, as he will be a huge spark plug on offense. He'll be moving over into a slot position with Brandon Crow out indefinitely. Owen Curtis, man in motion is Stutler. Twins out to both sides. Curtis takes the snap in the gun, rolls left, looking downfield. He'll tuck it and run across the 32-yard line, loses the football on the turf, and it is Sissonville football. The recovery that time looked like it was number 52. It was number 52 on the recovery for Sissonville. And we're looking for a 52 on the roster, and I'm not seeing one. So we'll tell you who that is as soon as we track it down. It might be Luke Balding. So Sissonville takes over on the turnover. First down and 10 at the 33-yard line. Working out of the shotgun is Baylog. The lone back taking the handoff. Number 33 rolling across the 25 down to the 20 with a big pickup, but that'll be a penalty marker on the play. It was Riker Wiseman, the freshman, and it'll be a hold that'll bring Wiseman's nice run back. Again, apologies for the roster shuffling here. It's unfortunate that schools don't update the rosters on the SSAC site. You've heard the Bloxtons harp on it for years. I'll continue to harp on it. The SSAC should be taking some action against ADs and coaches that don't update stuff on their website, because it only hurts the kids, especially when it comes to media coverage. So with the holding penalty, it goes back to the 42-yard line, first down and 20. Showing a little bit of a different look now. 2 backs in the backfield. And the give is to Wiseman once again, and he's stacked up for a short gain. Wiseman will get across the 40 down to the 39. Jacob Burgess in on the stop again for the Red Devils. It'll be second down and 17 at the 39. Working out of the gun is Baylog. The handoff and give to Wiseman. The freshman finds some running room. Hard-fought yardage, not much, as he picks up maybe 2. Third down coming up. Nice stop there by Ravenswood. Let's see if they can hold on third down. 7-0 ball game, 8:19 and a winding clock here. First quarter on homecoming night 2025 at Flintfield at Spano-Taylor Stadium. Sissonville with the football. Baylog, the quarterback, takes the snap in the gun. Goes up into the pocket, fires downfield. It's intercepted by Caleb Hupp. He gets the interception right into his arms at the 8-yard line. Quickly taken down by a Sissonville defender and Brody Scott, the intended receiver, and a nice turnover for the Red Devils. Oh, baby. Good to see that on homecoming night. Maybe we can get some momentum here and get a long drive that runs some clock here with 8:02 left to go in this first quarter. A nice break for Ravenswood as they stop the scoring threat by Sissonville. Baylog's first INT of the evening. As Owen Curtis working out of the huddle here. Play clock just starting. Down to 20. 8:02 on this first quarter clock. Curtis breaks him out of the huddle between the 5 and the goal line. Again, ball spotted at the 8, just off of the soccer line. Curtis in the gun, takes a snap. It'll be a quarterback keep as he finds a hole on the right side, keeps chalking the feet up toward the 15-yard line. Nice pickup for Curtis on the keeper. Give him a gain of about 8. Nice job by Owen Curtis. A nice job by the right side of that offensive line for Ravenswood, blowing up a hole for Curtis to work through. So he shot the gap and worked his feet upfield for some nice yardage. 2nd down and 2. Coming up. Hupp, the lone receiver, out on the left side. Looks like Simmons out on the right. The give and the run. Looking to see, it's Ralphie Rhodes with the carry as he's taken down for a short gain. They're going to say no gain on the play. So 3rd down and 2 with the spot back at the 16-yard line. The line to gain here, the 18 for a first down at the 7-minute mark. Clock winding, 7-0 lead Sissonville. Ravenswood's second possession of the game. Coming off of a turnover on an interception by Caleb Hupp. Curtis in the gun. The sidecar back is Rhodes. He gets the carry. Works off the right side. Nice run by Ralphie Rhodes. That's going to be good for a Ravenswood first down. And Hayden Heath waving his arms coming out of the pile there on that first down. Nice job up front by that Ravenswood offensive line. Chase Sook, Corey Williams, Hayden Heath working over on that side of the line. Hayden actually working out of the guard spot on the left. Twin receivers to the right. Man in motion comes across. The give is to the motion man. That's Jacob Simmons. He cuts up a field around the left corner. Stop for a short gain. So Simmons picking up about 3 on the carry. Let's give it to him there. 3 and a 2nd down and 7 coming up. So official timeout on the field as they're talking with a player and motioning a Sissonville player over toward the Sissonville bench. The player they're motioning over, Trenton McCoy, the senior linebacker. I don't know if it was equipment issue or what it was, but they were motioning him over toward the sideline and forced him to go out for a play here. They wind the play clock and the game clock. 5:52 and a moving clock here. First quarter. Ravenswood 2nd down and 7 at their 22. Curtis in the shotgun. The give is to Rhodes. Rhodes behind the left side, running behind Hayden Heath. And some contact there late in a scrum there between the Indians and the Red Devils, getting a little chippy early. As Owen Curtis gets Ralphie Rhodes and the lineman back into the huddle here. So a pickup on the carry of about 2 or 3, I think. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 coming up. Curtis takes a snap, quarterback keep. Nice design run for Curtis. That's good for a 1st down. As he gets across the 30 out to the 35 where he's taken down. In on the stop for Sissonville was Trenton McCoy. 1st down, Red Devils. They keep the chains moving. 35-yard line now. It's where that down box will set. 1st down and 10. As Ravenswood still working out of their own territory, but on the move. 4:45 and a winding clock here to go 1st quarter. Sissonville up 7-0. Design run by Curtis. Nothing going there as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage by a couple of Sissonville defenders. In on the stop that time for Sissonville. Nick Slade, also Trenton McCoy in on the stop out of the linebacker spot. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers out to the right, Hupp to the left. 2 backs in the backfield, and movement and flags come out. Sissonville pointing toward the offensive line of Ravenswood. Let's see if Ravenswood drew Sissonville off or if it was the other way around, the procedure penalty against the Red Devils. This one will be against Sissonville, encroachment against Sissonville. As on the snap count there, Curtis draws the defender across and gets the benefit of a 5-yard penalty as a result. 2nd down and 5 now with the ball at the 40-yard line. Curtis working out of the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. The give is to Ralphie Rhodes across the 45. He rambles across the 50, finally drugged down by 2 Sissonville defenders. In on the stop was McCoy, also Brennan Harrison. 1st down, Red Devils in Sissonville territory. 1st down and 10 at the 49. Great to have you with us tonight on our video stream and on our live radio coverage on WMOV, the home of Ravenswood Red Devil Sports. Tom Hunter with you from the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth. 1st down and 10, Ravenswood on the move, trailing 7-0 here early. Ralphie Rhodes gets the give, plugs his way upfield for some hard yardage across the 45-yard line. They're going to spot that just off the 45. So pickup of about 4, give him 2nd down and 6 situation here with the 1st down marker setting at the 39-yard line. That's where they'll need to get to move the chains once again. 3:20 and a winding clock, 1st quarter. Sissonville scoring at the 9:40 mark on a Baylog 22-yard touchdown pass. And that's the only points here this evening. Another give and carry. This time Jacob Simmons with the football, plugging his way up toward the 40-yard line, stopped at the 41. It'll set up a 3rd and short for Ravenswood. So a long 2 as the box sets just off the 41-yard line on the opposite sideline. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Good to see the support for the Red Devils tonight on homecoming. 3rd down, Curtis in the gun, 2 backs. It's a design quarterback run for Curtis. 1st down yardage for Owen as he plugs it across the 39 down to the 37 as they keep the chains moving. And if you're Matt Peary, we talked about it in the pregame conversation. This is what you want to see. They've been capable of putting together these sustained drives, which is good for that Red Devil defense. Also good for making an opposing defense tired but keeping them on the field. And that's what Ravenswood wants to do, is wear down this Sissonville defense, and they're doing it primarily with the run here. 1st down and 10 at the 37. Give is to Rhodes across the 35 to the 30 as he continues on his feet down toward the 25. He's taken down. Another Ravenswood 1st down. No penalty flags. And Ralphie Rhodes with some hard rushing to get Ravenswood right on the edge of the red zone. 1:50 and a winding clock, 1st quarter. Red Devils trail at 7-0. Owen Curtis talking with the coaching staff, getting the play signaled in. as they work this one down, and they're going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Ravenswood Red Devil Football on WMOV.
It's Truck Month at Mark Porter Ford. 2025 Ford F-150 STX Crew Cab 4-wheel drive, $499 a month, 30 months lease, 12,000 miles a year, and $2,500 at signing. Who has Super Duties? We do. 88 of them. Carberry is Kingsbury when it comes to Super Duties. Save up to $10,000 off. 2024 Ford Maverick Tactile Hybrid, $26,999, 53 to choose from. Get 40 miles per gallon. 25 Ford F-150 STX running at $42,999 with up to $7,000 off. 2025 Ford Bronco, save up to $8,000 off when you own a current Jeep product and have it traded. Starts at $36,999. Bronco Sport starting at $28,999. 40 available. Over 300 new Fords are available. 25 Ford Escape, save up to $6,000 off starting under $28,000. Shop 24 hours a day at markporterford.com. All new 2025 Ford Expedition 5 in stock now. 2025 Mach-E, $299 a month, 36 months lease, 12,000 miles a year, $2,000 due at signing. Over 400 used cars are in stock at markporterauto.com. To Route 32 Mayhew Road, Jackson, Ohio. Till September 30th, all rebates to dealer.
Welcome back inside the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth. Tom Hunter with you on WMOV Radio and on our Vandalia Media stream on our YouTube channel. Ravenswood on the move here, trying to put a score on the board. Late first quarter, 1:33 remaining. First down and 10, Red Devils. Just outside the red zone, the give is to Ralphie Rhodes, I believe it is, but there's a penalty marker down right after the snap. This one likely a motion penalty against Ravenswood. Legal shift against Ravenswood. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty on the assessment against the Red Devils. We'll move the spot back to just off the 31. Still great field position for Ravenswood as they've been efficient with this drive on the move. After taking advantage of a turnover that snuffed out a Sissonville drive, a scoring threat. Caleb Hupp with an interception to start this drive at the 8-yard line. Nice run by Curtis as he takes the direct snap and rushes off the left side for a pickup of about 6 on the carry. They move the spot just up on the other side of the 25. With Ravenswood in the red zone. 1 minute left to go in this opening quarter. Red Devils trail 7-0. So Curtis breaks the huddle, brings him to the line. Hupp the lone wide out on the left side. Twin receivers on the right. Rhodes the deep back in the backfield. Takes the pitch, goes off the left side. He's contained there on the edge. Is a nice job by Sissonville that time. They saw him coming. Connor Pritt was able to meet him right there around the 25 and drop him right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to actually give him a loss of about a yard. So 3rd and 10 now. And let's see what Ravenswood has dialed up here offensively. Twin receivers out to the right. Hupp, the lone receiver, out to the left. Rhodes, the sidecar back. Curtis working out of the shotgun. Play clock winding down to 15 as Curtis comes up. Doesn't like what he sees, and they decide they're going to take a, well, no, it's going to be the end of the first quarter. Didn't realize we were that short there on the play clock, on the game clock. They let it go down to 0. 7-0 Sissonville. You're listening to Ravenswood Red Devil Football on WMOV.
Fall has arrived, and Farmers Ripley has what you need to take care of your livestock. Bunk and pound bale feeders and water tanks. And don't forget about their fall mineral program that can save you money on high-quality Purina wind and range sheep and cattle minerals. Visit Farmers Feed, 620 North Church Street in Ripley. Saluting this month's Fair Feed winner, Abigail Homer, the Ripley Christian Academy FFA. It's all at Farmers.
At CAS Cable, we get it. Saving money is a big deal these days. Other companies will try to lure you in with the promise of cheap prices, but it doesn't last. And when the service goes down, it's not always easy to get someone to come fix it. CAS Cable doesn't work that way, and we never will. Call 304-420-2470 or go online to cascable.com and get the quality and service you deserve. 304-420-2470 or cascable.com.
Back at Ravenswood High School as we get ready to start second quarter action here. The Red Devils trailing 7-0, but threatening here just on the edge of the red zone. Ball resting at the 26-yard line as they line up for a 3rd down and 10. Up under center this time is Owen Curtis. The give is to Ralphie Rhodes. Rhodes finds some rushing room upfield, up near the 20-yard line he's taken down. Nice pick up there of about 5 on the carry. Will bring up 4th down and 5. Let's see what Ravenswood does. So you get 4th and a long 5. But the ball at the 21-yard line. The line to gain down there to 16-yard line to move the chains here, keep this drive rolling. It's been a sustained drive. Again, it started off of a turnover created by Caleb Hupp's interception, and the drive starting at the 8-yard line. And here we are over 80 yards later. Curtis with a quick swing pass out to Simmons. Simmons cuts upfield, gets across the near the 15-yard line and taken down. They're going to look at this. I think he got the 1st down. So Curtis with that quick screen out to Simmons on the right edge. And Simmons picking up the yardage. It looks like they're going to give him the 1st down, and the chains will move. So on a 4th and a long 5, Curtis comes up with a dime to Simmons, who takes it upfield to move the chains for a Ravenswood 1st down. And they keep this drive rolling. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Curtis in the gun. Rhodes the sidecar back. Design run for Curtis as he cuts out to the right side. He's immediately gathered up there on the edge by Charles Swain, the sophomore defensive lineman. Swain coming up big with the stop there. Second down and 11. A loss of 1 on the quarterback keep by Curtis. And a ball at the Sissonville 16. Curtis up under center. 2 backs in the backfield. The give is to the up back, and he's taken down immediately. That was Jacob Burgess on the carry. They had Burgess lined up in the tailback spot. And maybe a yard on the pickup for Burgess there as he got stacked up at the line. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 once again at the 15-yard line. Great to have you with us here on the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth side of things at Flynn Field. Tom Hunter with you on the call on WMOV. Ravenswood trails this 7-0 early second quarter. Red Devils on the move. Curtis with a quick swing pass out to the intended receiver. It's bobbled by Jacob Simmons. It's bobbled by Simmons. They had him out there on the edge, had separation. He just couldn't quite come up with it. Hit fingertips and bounced away. So, 4th down. Coming up, though, and they had a penalty marker on that one, a legal motion call against Ravenswood, and Matt Peary out getting an explanation from the linesman here on the near sideline. I didn't see the laundry come down on that from the officiating crew, but a legal motion on Ravenswood has been declined because of the incompletion. Now we'll have the 4th down situation come up, and coming in, Jonathan Williams rotating in for Ravenswood here. Student section into this one tonight. 9:46 on the clock. 4th and 9, Ravenswood, and they're going to attempt a field goal. Caleb Hupp will tip this one. It'll be a 32-yard attempt with the spot down at the 2-yard line. Snap to Curtis. Hold is down, and the kick is blocked. It's a live ball. Sissonville has it. It's picked up at the 33-yard line and running it back to the 40, the 35, the 30, to the 20. Taken down at the 15, running it back on the block was Colton Ross. Not sure who got a hand on the football, but Hupp got the kick away, and it was blocked at the line and batted down. Loose ball, and Sissonville picked it up and went with it. Nearly 50 yards on the return for Colton Ross, and that'll set up a 1st down and 10, Sissonville, inside the red zone at the 16-yard line. What a break for the Indians. And more misfortune for Ravenswood. They were knocking on the door, trying to come away with some points. The give and the handoff. On the rush is Wiseman. Riker Wiseman with some hard-earned yardage up the middle. Close to the 1st down marker. Give them a gain of about 7. 2nd down and 3. Spot off the 10, just at the 9-yard line. Line to gain is the 6. The 2nd down here. Baylog out of the gun. The give is to the up back there, the lone back Holtzman. Malachi Holtzman, the junior, taken down near the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down. So let's see if the Ravenswood defense can hold here. Five, then bring an extra guy up, bring those linebackers up, pack them in. In the gun is Baylog. Lone back is Wiseman to his left. The give is to Wiseman. Wiseman finds running room across the 5, down toward the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown. Riker Wiseman, a 9-yard touchdown run, gives Sissonville a 13-0 lead. That's tough if you're a Ravenswood fan. That is a tough way to go. Red Devils were knocking on the door, got stopped, had a good look at a field goal attempt, and the blocked field goal sets up the score by Riker Wiseman. Pasco on to attempt the extra point. Pasco's kick is good. 14-0, Sissonville. You're listening to Ravenswood Red Devil football on WMOV.
It's the saucy summer of barbecue at Tudor's. Tender pulled pork, smothered in 3 delicious new sauces. Sweet teriyaki, savory and thick. Carolina Gold, tangy, bold. Honey sriracha, hot and spicy. Topped with our creamy corn. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Tudor's Biscuit World pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome sauce.
First, Rio Grande and Rio. EDU. That's rio.edu.
Back at Flintfield Spano Taylor Stadium, misfortune for Ravenswood. A blocked 32-yard field goal attempt by Caleb Hupp, returned down into the red zone. Sissonville punches it in a few plays later. Riker Wiseman, a 9-yard touchdown run. Indians with a 14-0 lead, 8:12 left to go in this first half. The kick is away after the touchdown and brought upfield by the Red Devils. On the return is Trey Copen. And he brings it up across the 25 to the 30 where he's taken down. Gain of about 13 on the return. Taken down by the kicker, Pasco. So 1st down and 10 Ravenswood at the 31-yard line. A drive that started at the Sissonville, or at the Ravenswood rather, 8-yard line off of an interception by Caleb Hupp, ending at the 17-yard line on the block field goal attempt. That was the last series for Ravenswood. 1st down this time. The give is to Jacob Simmons. He takes it up across the 30, or the 35 rather, where he's driven back. And Pritt and Moore in on the stop for Sissonville. Give them a pickup of about 4 on the carry. 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 36-yard line. Twin receivers out to the left, lone receiver split out to the right here for the Red Devils. Snap goes to Curtis and the give to Ralphie Rhodes. Nice running room across the 45 to the 50 to the 45 where he's taken down. Big run by Ralphie Rhodes. Nice pickup there. On a play that started from the 36-yard line. Give him a gain of 21 on that carry. Actually 19 on the carry. First down and 10 at the 45 with Ralphie Rhodes, the first down pickup, getting the Red Devils into Sissonville territory. Curtis on the fake, goes with the quarterback keep, finds running room off the left side. Nice pickup by Owen as he's taken down close to the first down marker at the 36-yard line. Ravenswood once again on the move. Playing with some fire here. Pick up a 7 on the carry for Curtis, second down and 3 with the ball at the 33-yard line. So Red Devils quickly again knocking on the door. Twin receivers out to the right, lone receiver to the left. Two backs in the backfield with Curtis working out of the gun to give us the Rhodes across the 30, across the 35 rather. He's tripped up and taken down at the 33-yard line. In on the stop that time for Sissonville, Trenton McCoy. And also Malachi Holtzman in on that stop as well. And that'll be good for another Red Devil first down, moving the chains. First down and 10 Ravenswood on the downhill side of the 35. Curtis working out of the gun. Two backs in the backfield. Give us the Simmons. He plugs for hard yardage. The flag comes in late. Probably going to be a hold. As Simmons taken down after a short gain, but let's see what the penalty marker is. It came in from the white hat in the backfield. Actually, it's going to be a face mask against Sissonville. I thought for a moment that it might have been a hold there, but a face mask on Sissonville. I saw the white hat gave a motion with his right hand pushing his elbow and arm upward, saying he got up underneath the face mask and pushed the face mask up. Big penalty against Sissonville, and this will benefit the Red Devils greatly. First down and 10 with the box moving inside the red zone. Spot will be at the 19-yard line, and just like that, Ravenswood in a chance position here to score their first points of the night, trailing 14-0. 6 minutes and a running clock, first half. Curtis brings him to the line, working out of the gun. Backs to each side in Ralphie Rhodes and Jacob Simmons. The give is to Rhodes. He finds some running room up toward the 15-yard line. As he's driven back, they'll probably spot that around the 17. Maybe, yes, they're going to give him a short gain. So 2nd and 9 at the 17. Again, the Red Devils playing with some fire here. Trying to take advantage and make up for a missed opportunity on that last drive that resulted in the blocked field goal. Curtis working out of the gun with the two backs each side. The give this time to Simmons. He finds rushing room across the 15 toward the 10-yard line. He's taken down around the 12. And they spotted just off the 13. It's third down. So 3rd and about 4 here. They need to get to the 9-yard line. They spotted at the 12. They need to get to the 9 for a first down. Twin receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Two backs in the backfield with Curtis working out of the shotgun. The snap to Owen. The give to Ralphie Rhodes. He fights for yardage off the right edge and is stacked up there. Looks like no gain on the carry. Maybe got a yard, but he got him in the middle of the field here. I don't look for Matt Peary to try to kick again here with a 4th and 2 situation. I think they're going to pound it out and try to get the first down. They need 7. Trailing 14-0. 3:56 and a winding clock here left to go in this first half on homecoming night. 2025 at Flynfield Spano Taylor Stadium. Red Devils threatening, 4th and 2. Ball at the 11. Curtis on the design, quarterback keeper looks, had a hole for a moment and it closed up. Sissonville holds. A big defensive stop by the Indians. Curtis had a hole blow open, and then about the time he jumped into it, here came 2 Sissonville defenders, and they pushed him back. Turnover on downs, Ravenswood.
Is committed to our community and all the teams in it. We set the standard in sports medicine, physical therapy, and specialized therapies. Right here, close to home. RiversHealth.org.
10 at their 10-yard line, 3:38 left to go in this first half. Two nice sustained drives by Ravenswood in those last 2 series. They can't come away with any points. Sissonville with the timeout in the field will take one as well. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
For years, you have known Max Gas as a convenient, reliable, and affordable service center for your vehicle. And Mac and his crew are always on the lookout for ways to save you money while keeping your vehicle running smoothly. Right now at Mac, you can get a $15 to $25 rebate, purchase of a qualifying Napa battery, alternator, or starter. Good guys at Max have all the details. Get them now at Max Gas, Washington Street on Ravenswood's north side.
At Home National Bank, you're more than just a number. You're family. We know your name, your story, and your dreams. Our loans are done here, in-house, and they stay here too, reinvested into our towns. Whether you're in Racine, Syracuse, Middle Forge, or our new branch in Ravenswood, we're proud to be your hometown bank. Stop by or visit online at homenatlbank.com. Home National Bank. You'll love coming home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Flynfield Spano Taylor Stadium. Sissonville on first down and 10. A fumble there on the exchange, but Sissonville gets back on top of it. It was Wiseman on the recovery as he couldn't quite get a good handle on the give there by Baylog on the draw play up the middle. And fortunately, Sissonville gets back onto it. Indians with a 2nd and 10 at their 10-yard line. A winding clock approaching the 3-minute mark left to go in this first half, and Sissonville leading this one 14-0. Ravenswood's had 2 really good opportunities, had a field goal blocked, and then a turnover on downs in the red zone. On the carry, Malachi Holtzman, and he's wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Timeout on the field.
Auto Group presents The Adventures of Car Ferry. The Car Ferry says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Ferry.
Threatening, and on a deep ball thrown down the middle of the field, the intended receiver at the 8-yard line wasn't there, but Caleb Hupp was as defensive back getting the interception for Ravenswood on a drive that started at their own 8-yard line. They took it all the way down inside the 20. And on a 4th down, had to set up for a 32-yard field goal attempt. Caleb Hupp's field goal was blocked at the line of scrimmage, and about a 52-yard return set up Sissonville in great position to strike a couple plays later on their second score of the night, a Riker Wiseman 9-yard touchdown run at 8:12 in the second. And that's what's led us here, 14-0 Sissonville. 3rd down and 9, Baylog drops back, throws down the middle of the field, finds a man at the 27 and connects on the pass. The receiver hauling it in and taken down shortly after is Connor Pritt. And it's a Sissonville first down as Pritt taken down at the 33-yard line. I think that was looking to see who was in on the stop. I think it was Jacob Burgess for Ravenswood in on that stop. First down and 10, Sissonville's the chains moved to the 33-yard line. 2:25 and a winding clock here, second quarter. Maddox Baylog works out of the shotgun. And a whistle blows right at the snap. They blow this one dead. As Baylog was working out of the gun with the lone back there in Holtzman. Looked like it was going to be a design pass play. And a false start against Sissonville will mark this one back 5 yards. First and 15 now for Sissonville. Clock winds down to 2:10. And continuing to move. Twin receivers out to both sides. Holtzman, the lone back, in the shotgun with Baylog. Motion man comes across, and Harrison. Baylog drops back, gets pressure, fires downfield, and finds a receiver in Harrison over on the right side. He hauls it in, picks up a nice pickup there. First down yardage as he gets across the 45 down to the 49-yard line. Taken down, the chains move, another first down, Sissonville. 150 as Sissonville quickly up on the ball as the game clock and the play clock wind at the same time here. Ravenswood jumping, and they'll throw the penalty flag. Leon Espinoza over on the left edge. Coming just a little bit too soon there. It'll be first down and 5, Sissonville at the 46-yard line. Down to 1:30 on the game clock, and it's still rolling. Trips out to the left side, lone receiver out to the right. Baylog drops back, throws downfield, finds a man, connects with the receiver Harrison. And Harrison with another first down pickup on the pass play down to the 37-yard line. Actually, the 39-yard line is where they'll mark it. First down and 10, Sissonville. So the efficient short passing game. And Sissonville methodically moving downfield on this drive, trying to put more points on the board here before the end of the first half. Already up 14-0. Baylog, twin receivers out to both sides. Lone back in the backfield. He drops back. Pressure coming. He rolls out to the right side. He'll tuck it and run. And looks like he'll be close to the first down yardage to see where they mark him out. They dropped the far marker there. It's hard to tell if he got out. I think he got out just short of the marker, down around the 30. They're going to actually mark him out at the 32, so pick up a 7 on the carry by the quarterback on the broken play. It'll be second down and 3 at 32. And we're under a minute left to go here in this first half. 55 seconds on the game clock. And it will start on the snap with Baylog running out of bounds on the last play. Twin receivers out to both sides. Baylog cuts it upfield on a quarterback draw. Thinks clear out. 20, 15, 10. He's taken down near the 9-yard line. He dropped back, a window opened, and he burst through it. Nice pickup on the quarterback draw by Baylog, and that will put Sissonville with a first and goal situation here with 46 seconds left to go in this first half. Up 14-0. And they take a timeout to talk about things here, and we'll keep it right here. Take a look at the Metro News High School football scoreboard. A surprise second quarter score. Nitro on top of Ripley, 42-0. Wildcats rolling down at Underwood Field over the Ripley Vikings. Herbert Hoover up on Point Pleasant in the second quarter. Huskies lead the Big Blacks 27-0. Wahama, halftime up at Elizabeth against the Worth County Tigers. White Falcons lead at 35-0. I'll give you an update there on the scores we're paying attention to here in the Bend area and around the region. We'll update you on more scores coming up at the half. 14-0 Sissonville leads and threatening to strike again on a first and goal at the 9-yard line with 46 seconds left to go in this first half. Twin receivers out to both sides. Baylog will work out of the shotgun with Malachi Holtzman, the lone back, in the backfield. Man comes in motion, and Harrison from the right to the left. Baylog drops back, flags are out. Harrison, the intended receiver, he drops the football incomplete. But it looks like we've got illegal shift, illegal motion against Sissonville. So this one will march the Indians back outside of the 10-yard line. Let's see where the assessment is. Should just be 5. So 5 yards stepped off. It'll mark the down box back at the spot at the 15-yard line. First down and goal at the 15. Trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. The lone back, Holtzman. Baylog drops back, throws to the left corner, has a man open. It's hauled in for the touchdown, Brody Scott. Got separation, beautiful throw by Baylog as he hit him on the post route. To Brody Scott, 14-yard touchdown toss. Indians extend the lead to 20-0. 35 seconds showing on this first half clock. That was a beautiful throw by Baylog to Brody Scott. On to attempt the extra point is Pasco. The kick is up, and it is good. 35 seconds left to go first half, 21-0 advantage for Sissonville. We're just going to keep it right here until we get to the end of the first quarter. Baylog to Brody Scott on a 14-yard touchdown pass.
Is committed to our community and all the teams in it. We set the standard in sports medicine, physical therapy, and specialized therapies. Right here, close to home. RiversHealth.org.
Moved right down the field effortlessly, overcoming the penalty there on the illegal motion and setting up a beautiful post route that found Scott getting separation past the Ravenswood secondary in the back corner of the end zone for the touchdown. Set up for the kickoff. Pasco kicking off for the Indians. We're kicking away from right to left. I believe Simmons, maybe Reimer is the back man, I think, for Ravenswood. Brandon Reimer, the deep man on the return coverage. He comes up, takes it. Nice return. Getting separation to 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Red Devils. Trey Copen on the return. Looked like that return was about 73 yards. I think it was 73 yards, I think. Yep. Trey Copen, 73 yards on the return for the Ravenswood touchdown. Looked like he came up and got it right around the 37-yard line. And a touchdown for Ravenswood. I couldn't tell initially if it was Reimer or Copen, and once Copen turned and got daylight, you could see his number more clearly, and then he cut it out to the outside edge and never looked back. The PAT kick is up and good, but there's a penalty marker on Hupp's PAT kick. Let's see where the penalty is assessed here. If it holds, it'll be 21-7. So penalty against Ravenswood. They will mark it off, and make Hupp now set up with the holder, Curtis, at the 14-yard line for another PAT attempt. As Hupp lines up to take another strike at it here. Spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-7 as Ravenswood strikes. A huge kick return by Trey Copen. We'll check the yardage on that on our YouTube feed just to verify it. But I think it was 73 yards as Copen came up, got a seam, busted out to the left side, and hits pay dirt for Ravenswood. Nice run on the return by the senior. Bandit Ravenswood need that, as the Red Devils get something to go their way. It's just been that kind of night. They've been knocking on the door all evening, just hadn't been able to capitalize. And they get a break there off of the third score from Sissonville on the night, as Copeland returns the ensuing kickoff 73 yards to the house for a Red Devil touchdown. Like I say, we'll go back and look at our feed to see if, indeed, that is a, just to confirm the yardage on that, if it was 73. That's what it looked like to us up here. Great to have you with us here. Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth at Flynn Field, Spano-Taylor Stadium. Tom Hunter with you on this homecoming night for Ravenswood 2025. Red Devils trail this one now 21-7 with 23 seconds left to go in this first half. Great to have you with us tonight, however you're watching or listening along the Vandalia Media Network. Squib kick is knocked down and recovered there by Sissonville. That was an opportunity there for Ravenswood, and they nearly had the recovery, as it was a quick squibber up to one of the front men, Luke Balding, the senior for Sissonville. He manages to get back on top of it at the 48-yard line. That's where Sissonville will take over first down to 10, 20 seconds left to go. Let's see what the Indians do to finish out the half here. So timeout on the field. For an injury, I believe. I'm looking to see. They have a trainer, yes, they have a trainer coming over tending to one of the Sissonville players, Connor Pritt. So I tend to Connor Pritt here and talk to him. Still talking to him there as they work with him. I'm surprised they're not moving him off the field. He's up on his feet, as now they finally work their way to the sideline. Tom Sussman with our camera work up top tonight. Getting a shot there of Pritt. Twin receivers out to the right, one to the left. Snap to the quarterback of the shotgun's Baylog. He steps up into the pocket, throws downfield, intended receiver. It's overthrown to number 5 was the intended receiver for Sissonville that time, Colton Ross. So nothing going there as Baylog couldn't make anything happen on the busted play. Second down with the clock at 14.5 seconds now on the incomplete pass. It'll stop. Baylog drops back. Second down. In the pocket. Throws this. Intercepted. The interception at the 31-yard line by Caleb Hupp. He takes it all the way back across the 50. Brought down at the 47-yard line. An Indian down on the play. They're going to have an injury timeout here, I believe, for Brennan Harrison, who took a shot there. And Ravenswood will have one more shot at it. on the interception return by Caleb Hupp. That was a 22-yard pickup on the interception return for Hupp. First down and 10 Ravenswood, 2.8 seconds showing on the clock, so he'll get one last shot here. A Hail Mary. Try to get some more points on the board. So with the injury timeout there. Nice job by Hupp. Being in the right place at the right time. That's 2 picks for the young man tonight. Playing a good ball game. Nice to have Caleb Hupp back off the injury where he was out a week ago. Curtis in the gun. Rhodes to the side. Curtis drops back. Rhodes the extra blocker. Curtis heaves the ball downfield into coverage down on the right side. No, falls incomplete. No good there on the pass attempt. And that'll end the first half. 21-7. Ravenswood with some positives to end the half. A long kick return touchdown and an opportunity to try to get one there at the end. Just couldn't quite cash in on it. We'll be back with halftime coverage. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
It's Truck Month at Mark Porter Chevrolet GMC. Wait, it's always Truck Month for the Car Ferry. We stock over 400 pickups. Why? Because we sell them cheaper than everyone else. 2025 Chevrolet Silverados get up to $11,000 off. Includes $1,250 trade assistance rebate. 2025 Chevy Trax over 50 in stock starting at $22,137. Hard to find Chevrolet Traverse over 20 in stock, savings up to $4,900 off. Want a Tahoe or a Suburban? We have them. Need a Colorado or dreaming of a Corvette? See Mark Porter today. Shop MarkPorterGM.com or MarkPorterAshland.com. 2025 GMC Sierra 4x4s in stock. Save up to $14,500 off, including $3,500 due of GMC owner loyalty rebate. Our Sierra pricing gets people that come from all over the USA to get our deals. 2025 GMC Heavy Duty save up to $9,000 off. 2026 GMC Terrain save up to $2,000 off, over 50 in stock. Acadias, Yukons XL, Denali's, we have them. Canyon EVs, over 800 GM vehicles available. Located at Greenup Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky, or Route 33 and Route 7, Pomeroy, Ohio. All rebates to dealer. Till end September 30th.
Welcome back to Ravenswood High School. Tom Hunter in with you. It's halftime here on WMOV with halftime coverage. 21-7 lead here for Sissonville over the Ravenswood Red Devils. And scoring for Sissonville, again, they scored early on a Baylog to Ross 22-yard touchdown pass with 9:40 left to go in the first quarter. And a Pasco PAT kick on that made that the score 7-0 at that point, Sissonville. Caleb Hupp came up with his first interception on the night to stop a Sissonville drive late in the late in the first quarter. That started a Ravenswood drive at the 8-yard line. Actually, probably more midway through the first quarter because that was a pretty long drive Ravenswood had. And Ravenswood drove it all the way down the field inside the 20-yard line, got stuck, fourth down opportunity to decide to try a field goal. They sent Hupp out, the kicking unit out, to attempt a field goal, a 32-yard attempt. Hupp's kick was blocked by a lineman and batted down.
Celebrate Homecoming 2025. This week we have witnessed outstanding school spirit. The kids have had a lot of fun this week, and overall the atmosphere at Ravenswood High School has been great. Please give all the kids at Ravenswood High School a round of applause. We would now like to welcome our homecoming court candidates. While they make their way onto the field, as a vice president of the school, I'd like to extend a sincere gratitude to the parents and community members that have rallied around in support of the school. You guys are phenomenal, and you make this school great. Thank you, and please give yourself a round of applause. Entering the field at this time is Kian Magoski and Jalen Jeffrey. Sophomore attendees, Ralphie Rhodes and Lily Stewart. The junior class attendees, Cooper Anderson and Zoe Jennings. Kian Magoski and Jalen Jeffrey. Kian is a son of Seth and Lauren Magoski. Kian enjoys playing basketball as a member of the school's basketball team. Jalen is a daughter of Debbie and Walter Jeffrey. Jalen is a member of the Ravenswood cheer team, student council, and track team. Kian Magoski and Jalen Jeffrey. Ralphie Rhodes and Lily Stewart. Ralphie is the son of Stephanie and Roger Rhodes. He is a member of the football team, member of the basketball team, and of the baseball team. Lily is a daughter of Jake and Kia Stewart. She is a member of the student council and is a member of the soccer and track teams. Ralphie Rhodes and Lily Stewart. Cooper Anderson and Zoe Jennings. Cooper is the son of Eric and Alyssa Anderson. He is a member of the baseball team and is a member of the Ravenswood FFA. Zoe is the daughter of Stephen Christian and Tara Jennings. She is on the girls soccer team and wrestling team. Cooper Anderson and Zoe Jennings. At this time, let's bring our senior candidates and give them a round of applause. Wesley Parsons and Angelina Fowler. Carson Varney and Riley Sotomayor. Very nice. Hayden Heath and Ariana Eads. Marshall Creel and Taylor Randolph. Isaac Atkins and Emily Goodson. And now to present our senior candidates for Mr. and Miss Red Devil. First is Wesley Parsons and Angelina Fowler. Wesley is a son of Sarah and Jimmy Lurs of Ravenswood and Stephanie and Jason Parsons of Vienna. Wesley is a member of the Ravenswood FFA program. After high school, Wesley plans to continue his career as a firefighter. Angelina is the daughter of Angela and Mark Fowler. She is a member of the volleyball team and a member of the softball team, both for 4 years. She is a student body secretary and a member of the National Honor Society. After high school, Angelina intends to attend college and pursue a degree as a pharmacist. Wesley Parsons and Angelina Fowler. Carson Varney and Riley Sotomayor. Carson is a son of Tara and Joel Seabolt and Josh Varney. He is a captain for the boys basketball team. After high school, Carson plans to be a basketball coach. Riley is the daughter of Paul and Carrie Sotomayor. She is the captain of the cross-country team and a member of the track team. After high school, Riley plans to attend West Liberty and run cross-country and track and pursue a degree in sports science. Carson Varney and Riley Sotomayor. Hayden Heath and Ariana Eads. Hayden is a son of Sierra Beaver and Justin Heath. He is a student body student body president, captain of the football team, co-op at Ravenswood Great, member of the Bigs and Littles, and Skywarn weather spotter for the National Weather Service. After high school, he plans to attend Ohio University and study meteorology and chase tornadoes. Ariana is the daughter of Samantha Mast. She is a member of the Bigs and Littles Club, yearbook staff, volunteer at the Ravenswood Library 4 times a week, student council member for 2 years, and currently serving as class treasurer and a manager for the football team the last 2 years. After high school, Ariana plans to attend college and become a math teacher. Hayden Heath and Ariana Eads. Marshall Creel and Taylor Randolph. Marshall is the son of Marshall is the son of Eric and Milana Creel. He is the captain of the golf team. After high school, he plans to continue playing golf in college. Taylor is the daughter of Michael and Carissa Randolph. She is a senior class president, member of the National Honor Society, varsity cheer captain, Ray Review dance captain, and vocal leader. Member of the tennis team, member of Bigs and Littles, and vice president of Murraysville Mountaineer 4-H Club. After high school, she plans to attend WU to pursue a degree in broadcasting and journalism. Marshall Creel and Taylor Randolph. Next is Isaac Atkins and Emily Goodson. Isaac is a son of John Atkins. He is a member of the basketball team and soccer teams. He is a member of Young Life as well. After high school, Isaac plans to become a radiology tech. Emily is the daughter of Thomas and Brianna Goodson. She is a member of Young Life, Bigs and Littles, Ray Review president and vocal leader, member of Student Council, National Honor Society, and plays soccer and tennis. After high school, Emily plans to pursue a degree in business and getting her nail tech license. Isaac Atkins and Emily Goodson. We'd also like to welcome back our Miss Red Devil from 2024, Macy Casto. She will be helped by the little Mr. and Miss Red Devil for crowning. Congratulations to all of our candidates who were selected by their peers to represent them here this evening. This week, the Ravenswood High School student body voted for the selection for the honor of Mr. and Miss Red Devil, giving consideration based on character, participation, respect, and responsibility. And now at this time, Mr. Red Devil is Hayden Heath. And for Miss Red Devil, Ariana Eads. Congratulations to all of our candidates and to our now Mr. and Miss Red Devil, Hayden Heath and Ariana Eads.
Virginia, that game at Honeycutt Stadium in Princeton, 13-7 lead for the Tigers at the half. Bridgeport leading Robert C. Byrd 49-0 at the half. It's Greenbrier East on top of Oak Hill, 25-0. Nitro at the half leading Ripley, 42-0. Herbert Hoover on top of Point Pleasant at the half. Huskies lead at 33-0. Capital on top of South Charleston second quarter. The Cougars leading the Black Eagles 14-6. Kaiser on top of Hampshire second quarter, 14-8. Spring Valley leading St. Albans second quarter. Timberwolves 41, Red Dragons 6. Pikeview leading Shady Spring at the half, 28-6. It's Preston trailing East Fairmont at the half. The Bees lead it 24-21. Grafton, you can hear them on our sister station, 92.7 WGIE, the True Oldies channel up in the Clarksburg Grafton Market. The Bearcats leading Berkeley Springs 21-0, and Brook leads Lincoln County third quarter by a score of 21-0. And quickly taking a look at the Class Quad A scoreboard tonight. Number 1 Morgantown leads Spring Mills fourth quarter. Mohegans 21-0 over the Spring Mills Cardinals. University leads Fairmont Senior third quarter. The Hawks 21, the Polar Bears 14. A battle for George Washington going up into Barnesville, Ohio, to taking on a perennial Ohio powerhouse program in the Barnesville Shamrocks. Shamrocks lead the Patriots at the half, 14-7. Wheeling Park on top of St. Clairsville, 14-7 second quarter. Parkersburg South rebounding from that performance last week against the Big Reds, leading 34-0 over the John Marshall Monarchs. That's a third quarter score up the Erickson All Sports Facility, south side Parkersburg. Martinsburg leading Jefferson third quarter, 32-6. And down at Ona, Cabell Midland on top of Hurricanes second quarter, 41-7. We're going to take another break here and come back and get ready for second half action. As again, Ravenswood trailing this one 21-7 at the half. We'll be back with more halftime coverage to wrap things up here as we get ready to have our second half kickoff. You're listening to Ravenswood Red Devil football coverage on WMOV.
At Mark Porter Ford, 2025 Ford F-150 FTX Crew Cab 4-wheel drive, $499 a month for 1 lease, 12,000 miles a year, and $2,500 at signing. Who has Super Duties? We do. 88 of them. Car Ferry is King Ferry when it comes to Super Duties. Save up to $10,000 off. 2024 Ford Maverick XL Hybrid, $26,999, 53 to choose from. Get 40 miles per gallon. 25 Ford F-150 STX running at $42,999 with up to $7,000 off. 2025 Ford Bronco, save up to $8,000 off when you own a current Jeep product and have a trade-in. Starts at $36,999. Bronco Sport starting at $28,999. 40 available. Over 300 new Fords are available. 25 Ford Escapes, save up to $6,000 off starting under $28,000. Shop 24 hours a day at markporterford.com. All new 2025 Ford Expedition, 5 in stock now. 2025 Mach-E, $299 a month, 36 month lease, 12,000 miles a year, $2,000 due at signing. Over 400 used cars are in stock at markporterauto.com. Come to Route 32, Mayhew Road, Jackson, Ohio. Sale ends September 30th. All rebates to dealer.
The Reds are on the radio.
There it is, and there it goes. High and deep to left. It is to the wall. It is gone. That is a grand slam for Miguel Andujar. That's why he wasn't throwing him the heater, because he knew he was going to hit a bomb. Oh, my. Somebody's sexy.
The Reds are on the radio.
The Reds play on 1360 AM, 93.5 and 106.9 FM, WMOV.
Thick of things in this final weekend of the Major League Baseball regular season. We are following them very closely. They're in action this evening in Milwaukee against the division and league-leading Milwaukee Brewers. Scoreless now in the bottom of the third between Cincinnati and Milwaukee. As we look at other scoreboard watching, it's important that the New York Mets and the Arizona Diamondbacks lose in order for the Reds to gain ground on the Mets in the race for the final wild card spot in the National League. Right now, down in Miami, top of the sixth inning, Miami leading the Mets 6-2. So if you're a Reds fan, you're hoping that holds. And, of course, Arizona in action out on the West Coast against San Diego. That one will be starting with a 9:40 first pitch. And an update from Milwaukee. Brewers have taken a 1-0 lead in this one with 2 outs in the third. Zach Littell still pitching for the Reds, the starter, and Tereng singling to center, scoring Yelich for the Brewers to produce their first run of the evening. So 1-0 lead for the Milwaukee Brewers on top of the Cincinnati Reds. 2 outs to go in the bottom of the third. Hopefully the Reds can get the bats going in the fourth here this evening. As right now, looking at the box score, Milwaukee with 2 hits on the night, Cincinnati with 1 hit on the evening, and it's T.J. Friedel, the man who came up with that hit earlier in the game for the Reds, as he's playing in the leadoff spot tonight in Terry Francona's lineup. We will have Cincinnati Reds baseball coverage for you tomorrow night, immediately following the conclusion of the Ohio State-Washington game, where you can hear the Buckeyes and the Huskies take on each other in the Big Ten opener for Ohio State tomorrow. 2 o'clock pregame coverage along the Ohio State radio network by Learfield. And then the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels, and former Buckeye All-American Jim Lachey and Skip Mossick will bring you all the action from Husky Stadium in Seattle. A 3:30 p.m. kickoff. Early kick for the West Coast. 12:30 kickoff Seattle time. But to the benefit of us Buckeye fans back home, we get to watch them during the day, 3:30 kick tomorrow, and get to listen to them here on your home for the Buckeyes in the Bend area, WMOV. And then again, coming up tomorrow night, Andrew Abbott will take the ball for Cincinnati in a primetime showdown with the Brewers at American Life Stadium in Milwaukee. And a crucial series for Cincinnati. They've got to at least try to take 2 or 3 here. If not, try to come away with the sweep, which against the Brewers, that'll be extremely tough to do. But Cincinnati has had a way of stepping up and playing very well against the teams they're not supposed to compete with. And as we saw with the Pirates series, they have also struggled with playing against teams that are below the level of competition we expect them to compete with. Looking here at a roster change for Sissonville, Cohen Hughes is 52. We've been changing numbers around all evening with these guys And I see where Cohen Hughes was in the lineup on the roster originally. So they've got him listed at 52, and we'll look and see who we had for 52 originally. And we've got Brentley Ward at 33 on the roster. And I'm looking to see where he is. We'll mark him down, though. So we're still trying to figure out the rosters. And, again, I'm going to get on my soapbox. And nothing against the fine AD, Rich Skeens, longtime basketball coach at Sissonville, but there's no reason at week 5 in the season why ADs and coaches can't have rosters updated on the SSAC website, period. I've been preaching it for years. Heath Bloxton is sitting in the same seat, and he's preached the same thing for years. It's ridiculous. The state of Kentucky fines their schools for not updating their information on their State Athletics Association page, and you're just hurting the kids. You're just hurting the kids by not doing it, because when the media covers kids and can't identify them, you're just hurting the kids. Get the stuff updated. It's not hard. I know ADs are underpaid and overworked, but you got to assign somebody to do that stuff. There's no reason why it can't be done. There. I'm done preaching. Kickoff, start off the second half, covered by Ravenswood as they end up with it near the 40-yard line. Didn't see who covered that kick. It looked like it was covered by an up man. And I think it was covered by Chase Sook, maybe, as I saw him coming over after that. And there was a flag at the end of the play, at the end of the return. Ravenswood starting out in good position here, 1st and 10 at the 40, as they kicked away to start the first half and get the second half option here. And this one's going to be marked off against Sissonville. Late hit out of bounds against Sissonville. So a break for Ravenswood to start out this first series of the second half. Let's see if they can build off the positive momentum from the end of the first half. That saw them take a kick return 80 yards to the house in the last minute of the first half for the first points of the night, 21-7, and they'll start this first drive of the evening in Sissonville territory, first down at 10 at the 45. In the gun is Curtis. He hands to Ralphie Rhodes, who fights for yardage back to the original line of scrimmage as he's wrapped up in the backfield. In on that stop for the Indians was Malachi Holtzman. So no gain, second down and 10. Curtis breaks the huddle. Lone receiver to the right side is Phelps. Hupp and Simmons out on the left side. Rhodes is the back. He'll take the give, works his way across the 45 up to the 43 and meets a wall and is driven back. So give him at least a yard, I would think, on the spot. Let's see where they spot it. Looked like he gained close to 2. They're going to spot it just off the 44. Give him a yard on the carry. 3rd and 9. Curtis standing on the block R, looking back toward the Ravenswood bench for the play call. He gets it and delivers it now to the huddle with 15 on the play clock. That's winding. He brings them to the line with 11 on the play clock. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Rhodes is the deep back. Curtis on the design run. He fakes the pitch, cuts it up, runs it across the 40-yard line where he's taken down. So it was a nice little option fake there on the play action for Curtis as he tucked it up behind a seam there on that right side. It was blown open for him to get through to the 40 for positive yardage, a pickup of about 3 on the carry. 4th down and 6 down. The Ravenswood offense stays on the field with the Red Devils trailing this one by 2 scores, 21-7 on this opening possession of the second half. Game clock under 10 minutes now left to go in the third quarter. Out of the gun on 4th and 6. The snap. Curtis fires downfield, finds a man open at the 30. It's caught and hauled in for the first down. And driven out of bounds is Matthew Phelps just at the 29-yard line. Nice first down pickup and another 4th down conversion for Ravenswood. as the Red Devils keep the chains moving. So first down and 10, Ravenswood. They wind the play clock now. Red Devils moving again. Driving deeper into Indian territory. Curtis with the lone sidecar back. Rhodes out of the gun to give us to Rhodes. Ralphie trying to weave his way up through traffic. Stopped after about a 2-yard pickup. Spot will be at the 28-yard line. So pickup of about 2, second down and 8. And a nice view of this big home crowd from the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth. Great to see them hanging around supporting the Red Devils. A lot to cheer for tonight with Ravenswood. It's positives. They just got to put some more points on the board. Curtis out of the gun. Works, fires downfield, has a man open. It is caught and dropped. Oh, it was sitting there. Jacob Simmons run the slant to the middle, had it at the 3-yard line, just could not hold on to it. Nice delivery by Curtis as he laid it right there. Good timing. Just could not make the connection. It's third down and 9. At the 28-yard line, Ravenswood once again threatening, pushing their way into the red zone. Curtis working out of the gun, drops back. Has time, fires. Ball is knocked away as he tried to fire to the open man, Simmons, just to get rid of it. And it was knocked away on the pass coverage by Connor Pritt, the senior. Owen probably lucky that one didn't turn into a pick. So Ravenswood faces another fourth down situation outside of field goal range here. But inside the 30. Matt Peary will send his first team offense to the line. 2 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. Rhodes in the backfield. Curtis in the shotgun, takes a snap. Rhodes in pass coverage. Curtis drops back. He weaves out, tries to sling it out to the left side. Pass is incomplete. Turnover on downs. He stepped up into the pocket and slung it out for the intended receiver, Jacob Burgess. And a turnover on downs as the pass falls flat on the turf. First down and 10. Sissonville will take over at their 28. 8:35 on the third quarter clock, and the Indians leading this one 21-7. I say hello to my friend, Mr. Mike Turkley, listening to us on WMOV this evening. A faithful WMOV listener, even though he is a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. Of course, his team not eligible for the playoffs, as the Reds still fighting for that last wild card berth. And a big run and pickup here for the freshman, Riker Wiseman, as he rumbles upfield for a gain of about 27 yards, 27 exactly, as they'll spot it on the Ravenswood 45. First down and 10. So Wiseman, the freshman, who's been running very effectively for the Sissonville offense tonight, breaks open another one. First and 10, Indians. Twin receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wiseman, the lone back. Snap is back to the quarterback and give to Wiseman, who takes it up across the 40-yard line, finally taken down near the 39. As Baylog just gave it to the running back. Continued to get some production out of the freshman. Gain of 6 on the carry. Second down and 4. Ball at the 39-yard line. 7:45 and a winding clock here, third quarter. Again, Sissonville with the 2-score cushion, 21-7. And Indians on the move once again. Maddox Baylog in the shotgun gives to Wiseman on the carry. Across the 35, taken down to 33, and a penalty marker comes in from the umpire. That likely will be a hold. As they talk to the Ravenswood captain immediately, and get ready to mark this one off against Sissonville. Again, you take a look at this series. 30th game in the series. The series has started in 1935. Some discrepancy on that in the outstanding Four Seasons football history archive of prep football for West Virginia and Ohio and Virginia that's online. One of the school histories said the series started in 35, which Sissonville's history said that, and the Ravenswood history said it started in 36. I went with 35, so 30th meeting all time in this series. And Ravenswood leads the series overall 17-12. But a series that's seen a 26-year pause. The last time these two teams met on the gridiron was September 3rd, 1999 at Joe Sawyer's Field. It was a 28-6 victory for Sissonville. The last game here at Flynn in September of 98, a Ravenswood Red Devil victory. They're hoping to repeat that tonight. Pass is complete out to the right side to the open man. It was Brody Scott. He gets a short pickup of about 6 on the pass play after the penalty is marked off against Sissonville. It'll be it'll be 3rd down and 9 as he gets across the 45 back near the 44-yard line. Indians come to the line of scrimmage. Baylog working out of the shotgun. Wiseman, the deep back. Twin receivers out to both sides. Baylog takes the snap. Fires. Finds the open man, and Scott once again off the right side. He's taken down near where he caught the pass at the 40-yard line. Gain of 5 on the catch. Give him 6 on the catch. 4th down and 4. 6:23 and a winding clock here, 3rd quarter, 21-7 advantage Sissonville. Tom Hunter with you on the radio coverage on WMOV and on the streaming coverage online, live video on our Vandalia Media Facebook channel and YouTube channel. Great to have you with us this evening from Flynn Field at Spano-Taylor Stadium in Ravenswood, West Virginia. On this 4th down, man in motion, sets up trips on the left side, one on the right side. Baylog trying to draw Ravenswood off here because it would give him a 1st down. Can't get the Red Devils to move. He finally takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, fires, finds an open man on the sideline, and Scott who hauls it in for the 1st down. He's taken out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line down near the 27. Chains will move. 1st down, Sissonville. Brody Scott with another big clutch catch to keep the drive rolling for the Indians. Clock stops with Scott going out of bounds on the pass reception. 5:44 left to go, 3rd quarter. Sissonville coming to the line. 1st down and 10 at the Red Devil 27. Twin receivers out to both sides. Baylog takes it out of the shotgun. And the give this time is to the running back Holtzman, the junior, picking up yardage near the 1st down marker as he gets across the 25 to the 20. It'll be a pickup of about 7, 2nd down and 3. Let's call it 8, 2nd down and 2. Approaching the 5-minute mark here, 3rd quarter. Twin receivers out to both sides. Holtzman in the backfield with Baylog working out of the gun. Snap was a little high. Baylog controlled. He's going to have to make something of it. Ball gets knocked away. Loose. Is still loose on the turf. Picked up by Ralphie Rhodes. He's going to pick it up at the 36-yard line. Rambo across the 50, the 45, the 40, down to the 35, the 30. Finally driven down to the 26-yard line. A scoop and return by Ralphie Rhodes and another momentum shift in the way of the Red Devils. Oh, baby. Set this thing up. Let's punch one in here. Nice job by Ralphie Rhodes staying with it as the ball bounced around on the turf, and that was a high snap that got away from Baylog. Baylog trying to make something out of nothing. Cuts upfield and gets it stripped. Ball gets knocked loose, and Ralphie Rhodes gets on it and scampers for a big pickup on the fumble recovery and return. This is going to set up Ravenswood very nicely. First down and 10 at the Sissonville 25. 4:49 left to go, third quarter. As we sort things out here, waiting on the official to chalk in the play clock, he does. Let's see what Owen Curtis and the Red Devil offense can cook up here. Feature back in the backfield is Simmons. Twin receiver out to the right, one to the left. Simmons gets the pitch. He goes left side, picks up running room across the 20-yard line. Still on his feet, still being driven forward near the 18-yard line. So they give Ralphie Rhodes a little bit of a rest after he rumbled upfield on the big fumble return. Put Simmons in that feature back slot. And Jacob showing shades of what we saw out of him early in this season with good running off that left edge. Finding a hole and breaking through the seam there up the left edge near the middle of the field. Second down and 4, pickup of 6 on the carry by Simmons, who is the sidecar back in the backfield with Curtis working out of the gun once again. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Curtis on the keeper. Takes it across the 15, close to the first down marker. It'll be good for a Ravenswood first down. Move the chains. As the Red Devils are rolling once again with a head of steam. First down and 10 Ravenswood. Setting squarely in the red zone now. Knocking on the door once again. They've been there several times this evening, but have only managed to put points on the board courtesy of the special teams on an 80-yard kick return to end the first half by Trey Copen. Offense looking for pay dirt here. First down and 10 at the 12. Curtis in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. The pitch is to Rhodes. He gets off the edge to the 10. Can't quite get outside. Is taken down near the 10-yard line. Nice pursuit there for Sissonville on the stop. Looking to see here a number on that defender for Sissonville. That was nice pursuit there on the outside edge for the Indians, and it was on the stop. Noah Evans coming out of the safety spot. So no gain. And you got the 2 backs in the backfield. Rhodes off to the left, Simmons to the right. Curtis out of the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Curtis takes the snap. Give us to Rhodes. Rhodes plows forward across the 10-yard line. Driven back there momentarily. See where they put the spot. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. So third down and 8. They still have an opportunity to get a first down here. The marker is at the 2-yard line. That would set up a first and goal situation if they can convert on this series of downs. With 8 yards to go in the third down box, setting squarely at the 10-yard line. Curtis goes into the huddle to deliver the play with the play clock at 18 seconds. Game clock showing 2:37 and rolling third quarter. Again, Ravenswood looking to put its second score on the board tonight, trailing 21-7. Curtis with the lone back Rhodes. Quarterback keeper. Curtis keeps it, goes across the 5-yard line, plows forward near the 3-yard line. Going to be close to the first down marker, and it's going to set up probably a 4th and short here. It is going to set up a 4th down and short. They're going to end up spotting this football right near the 3-yard line. Yep, just there near the mark for conversions. They got to get to the 2 to get a first down. Simmons, the deep back here. Curtis up under center this time. And the pitch to Simmons. Simmons looking for running room. He fights his way toward the goal line. Did he get in? Did he get in? He did not get in, but he got the first down. So Simmons nearly got the nose of the football across the goal line. They're going to spot it at the 1. Give the Red Devils 4 plays from the 1 here to cap off this offensive series with a score. 1:34 and the clock rolling, third quarter, and Ravenswood just about to pull within 7. Trailing 21-7 here. Curtis up under center. Takes a snap, drives forward. Did he get the push? Touchdown, Red Devils. Owen Curtis, a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Oh, baby. Put 6 on the board for the Red and Black. 1:14 mark, third quarter. Another great long drive for Ravenswood. And Owen Curtis caps it off with a 1-yard touchdown plunge behind a great surge by that front line for the Red Devils. Total team effort on that one. Caleb Hupp working out of the hold of Owen Curtis. Spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is blocked, no good. So Hupp's PAT kick, no good, but a positive. There's 6 more on the board for Ravenswood. They pulled to within 21-13, 1:14 left to go third quarter. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
It's the saucy summer of barbecue at Tudor's. Tender pulled pork, smothered in 3 delicious new sauces. Sweet teriyaki, savory and thick. Carolina Gold, tangy and bold. Honey sriracha, hot and spicy. Topped with our creamy coleslaw. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Tudor's Biscuit World pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome.
University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College is committed to excellence in education at an affordable price. With campuses across the region, obtaining your degree or certification has never been easier. We're committed to your success and offer a wide range of programs, dedicated faculty, and a friendly community. Scholarships and financial aid are available to help you along the way. At Rio, we are changing tomorrows by making an affordable education within reach. Visit us online at rio.edu. That's rio.edu.
Welcome back inside the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth at Flynn Field. Ravenswood making this one interesting. Red Devils trail this one by 8, 21-13, 1:14 left to go third quarter, capping a nice offensive drive there with an Owen Curtis 1-yard touchdown run, the first offensive score of the evening. The earlier score coming off of an 80-yard kick return at the end of the first half. Trey Copen racing to daylight for the Red Devils' first points of the night there right before halftime. Short kick on a squib kick covered by Sissonville near the 40-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 here on this ensuing kick to start their drive at their own 41-yard line. First down and 10. Baylog working out of the gun. Wiseman, the back in the backfield with him. Wiseman will take the handoff, races up near the line of scrimmage where he's met by some resistance from that front line by Ravenswood. Chase Sook up there on the stop. And Corey Williams in on an assist as well. No gain on the carry, second down and 10 as we're under a minute here left to go in this third quarter. Offense giving this Ravenswood defensive unit a little bit of rest, although a lot of these guys playing both directions tonight, so a lot of snaps on the field on both sides of the football for the current Red Devil unit on defense. Sissonville being patient here, running this play clock down below 10, down to 25 seconds left to go third quarter. Baylog quickly throws out to the left side. Pass falls incomplete off the turf. Diving for it, the intended receiver, Colton Ross, and it just skipped near the 42-yard line out of bounds into the Ravenswood bench. So the clock stops 22 seconds, third quarter. Third down and 10. And Matt Peary motioned to his student section and all the fans, get on your feet and get behind this defense. As they put 5 in the box. Watch for the run. Wiseman wrapped up. Nice job. Chase Sook took him down for a loss. Sook had him as soon as he got the exchange in the backfield. Tackle for loss, Chase Sook. His third TFL of the season. And it's fourth down and 11 And let's see what Sissonville does. We'll have some time to think about it as that's the end of the third quarter. Ravenswood playing with a head of steam. Looking good here late. 21-13. We got 12 more minutes of football left on homecoming night at Flynn Field. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
Years, you have known Max Gas as a convenient, reliable, and affordable service center for your vehicle. Mac and his crew are always on the lookout for ways to save you money while keeping your vehicle running smoothly. Right now at Mac, you can get a $15 to $25 rebate on the purchase of a qualifying Napa battery, alternator, or starter. Good guys at Max have all the details. Get them now at Max Gas, Washington Street on Ravenswood's north side.
At Home National Bank, you're more than just a number. You're family. We know your name, your story, and your dreams. Our loans are done here, in-house, and they stay here too, reinvested into our towns. Whether you're in Racine, Syracuse, Middle Forge, or our new branch in Ravenswood, we're proud to be your hometown bank. Stop by or visit online at homenatlbank.com. Home National Bank. You'll love coming home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at Flynn Field, Spano-Taylor Stadium, Tom Hunter with you. 4th down and 10 situation for Sissonville. They keep their offense on the field. Baylog in the gun. Twin receivers out to both sides. The one back is Wiseman, and a motion penalty. And Wiseman jumped early in the backfield. It's going to be a legal procedure against this Sissonville offense, and that will probably change things up in the line of thinking for Michael Hughes and his staff over on the far sideline, as they'll probably send the punting unit out here for Sissonville's first punt of the evening. So back to kick is Noah Evans, I believe, for either that or Maddox, but it's Baylog, I believe, is the kicker. Looking here. Check that. And a penalty marker. Colton Ross is the punter. A penalty marker here as they stop. I don't think they have a penalty marker. I'm looking to see. They just stopped play. Officials stopped play, I think, for substitutions here. So they'll set back up 4th down and 15. Colton Ross, the punter for the Red Devils. For the Indians. He set up at his 25, gets a snap, gets a kick away. Kick is a short kick that falls out of bounds at the 42-yard line. What a gift for Ravenswood. A net punt of 7 yards for the Indians, and Ravenswood will take over 1st and 10 at the Sissonville 42. Wow. Six yards on the punt. Let's see what the Red Devils can do to take advantage. A lot of time here in this fourth quarter. Down 8, 21-13. This was a 21-0 game until the 35-second mark in the second quarter, and that's when Ravenswood first scored. The give is to Ralphie Rhodes. He gets stacked up near the line of scrimmage. Short pickup, probably no gain, as we see the spot's going to be right at the 42 at the original line of scrimmage. The fireworks started 23-second mark in the first half. In the second quarter, Trey Copeland took it 80 yards to the house on a kick return touchdown to give Ravenswood their first points of the night. Ravenswood slugging it out with Hurricane through much of the second quarter. A sustained drive by Ravenswood capped off by an Owen Curtis touchdown run near the end of the third quarter. And Ravenswood threatening again here early in the fourth. Curtis out of the gun, takes a snap, drops back, looks downfield, fires, has a man open, overthrows him though. Had a man open on the outside edge and the intended receiver, Matthew Phelps, but just got a little too much on the pass, overthrew him by about 5 yards. It was a good look. And Phelps had a little bit of separation, but they just could not connect on the timing. So Curtis waiting on the play to be delivered from the sideline. 24 on the play clock rather, as we approach the 11-minute mark on the game clock. 11:05. Curtis with the pitch out to Ralphie Rhodes. Rhodes across the 40. rumbles down to the 37-yard line for a pickup. Give him about 6 on that carry. Give him 5. 4th down and 5. I'm going to say 4th and 6 because we're looking, the first down marker is setting just off of the 38, between the 37 and 38-yard line. So 4th down and 6 coming up for the Red Devils. 10:30 and a winding clock. Ravenswood trails it by 8, 21-13. Twin receivers out to the right side, one to the left. Snap is to Curtis in the shotgun. He fires downfield. Incomplete pass. Intended on the sideline, far sideline for Matthew Phelps, and he bounced it down into the turf in front of Phelps, as that will end the scoring threat and the drive from Ravenswood. So with the turnover on down, Sissonville will take over. First down at 10 at their 38. Great to have you with us, man, on what has been a beautiful night in Ravenswood for football. All the pageantry of homecoming, all the smells and the sights and the sounds from the nearby Harvest in the Wood Festival. Just a great weekend to be in town. Give is to the freshman, Wiseman, on first down. He takes it up over the 40-yard line, near the 45, taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of nearly 6 on the play, and there's a Indian down on the play at the end of the carry, and I believe it might be Wiseman. We'll take a timeout here. You're listening to Red Devil football coverage on WMOV.
It's Truck Month at Mark Porter Chevrolet GMC. Wait, it's always Truck Month for the car ferry. We stock over 400 pickups. Why? Because we sell them cheaper than everyone else. 2025 Chevrolet Silverados get up to $11,000 off. Includes $1,250 trade assistance rebate. 2025 Chevy Trax over 50 in stock starting at $22,137. Hard to find Chevrolet Traverse over 20 in stock, savings up to $4,900 off. Want a Tahoe or a Suburban? We have them. Need a Colorado or dreaming of a Corvette? See Mark Porter today. Shop MarkPorterGM.com or MarkPorterAshland.com. 2025 GMC Sierra 4x4s in stock. Save up to $14,500 off, including $3,500 due of GMC owner loyalty rebate. Our Sierra pricing gets people that come from all over the USA to get our deals. 2025 GMC Heavy Duty save up to $9,000 off. 2026 GMC Terrain save up to $2,000 off, over 50 in stock. Acadias, Yukons XL, Denali's, we have them. Canyon EVs, over 800 GM vehicles available. Located at Greenup Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky, or Route 33 and Route 7, Pomeroy, Ohio. All rebates to dealer. Sale ends September 30th.
Welcome back inside of the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth at Flint Field, Spanier Taylor Stadium. Tom Hunter with you on WMOV and our streaming coverage on our Vandalia Media channels. Entertaining homecoming contest between Sissonville and Ravenswood. Red Devils trailing as 21-13. 9:58 left to play here, fourth quarter. Injured Indian on the end of the play was the ball carrier Riker Wiseman. He is helped off over onto the Sissonville sideline, and the Indians now 2nd down and 4. The give is to the other big back, Malachi Holtzman, who lumbers across the 50-yard line for a first down pickup for Sissonville. They'll spot it right in midfield as the chains move. Looking in on live Major League Baseball coverage in Milwaukee, still 1-0 game. Reds trail the Brewers, 4th inning, 1 out. Spencer Steer at the plate and runners on the corners, so hopefully Cincinnati can get some runs in here. Malachi Holzman with another big pickup gain of about 6 that time. Takes it across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the carry. And the Reds tied up 1-1. Bottom of the 5th. As my browser updated there on the score. Bottom of the 5th now. 1-1 Reds. Miami still on top of the Mets, top 8th, 6-2. So an opportunity for the Reds to gain some ground here this evening. Holtzman on the carry on 2nd down and 4. Give him a short pickup of 1. Make it actually 2nd down and 3. It'll be 3rd down and 2. So Holtzman takes it up to the 43. They're going to spot it near the 42-yard line. And the line to gain is the 40 for the first down. So 3rd down and short coming up. Sissonville on a winding clock here as we approach the 8-minute mark left to go in this one, and the Indians leading by 8, 21-13 over the homestanding Red Devils. Baylog works out of the gun. Holtzman, the deep back. Baylog, the give to Holtzman. Holtzman lumbers forward for first down yardage over the 40, taken down at the 38. Chains will move. Another Sissonville first down as the Indians continue to wind this fourth quarter clock. Clock stops at 7:51 for the spot of the first down, the movement of the chains, and they'll wind it once again with the start of the play clock. Clock winds. Baylog working out of the gun. Single receiver to the left, twin receivers to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Baylog swings it out on a pass out, falls incomplete to Brody Scott. It's a little screen pass down the line to the right side. It fell short, bounced off the turf. The incompletion will stop the clock at 7:32, 2nd down. Reds run coming on a Spencer Steer single to left, scoring Gavin Lux tonight in the top of the 4th. Again, 1-1 in the 5th inning, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th in Milwaukee. Short pickup on the run that time. 3rd down and 2 now. Sissonville continuing to wind clock and trying to move the chains here once again as we approach the 7-minute mark left to go in this one, and the Indians knock it on the door here of the red zone. 3rd down and 2 at the 32. Baylog works out of the gun. He has the freshman Wiseman back in the game. He gets the carry, rumbles across the 25 up toward the 20 where he's taken down. Another first down carry. Riker Wiseman finding the running space out on the left edge. Working his way up toward the 20-yard marker on the left sideline. Spotted at the 21. They set the box, 1st down and 10. 6:40 and a winding clock. And the clock is Michael Hughes' friend here as Sissonville continues to work it. Baylog out of the gun. Wiseman, the lone back. He steps up, moves up toward the line. Still in the backfield. Man comes in motion across the left side. The pitch is to the motion man. The give, rather, is to the motion man, who rushes up past the 10-yard line. The flag comes in late. The ball carrier that time was Colton Ross. I was looking for his number there, number 5. He came across in motion. And about the time of the snap, got the exchange, the handoff from the quarterback. Shortly after the snap, went on that jet sweep to the right side, taken down at the 10-yard line, and a holding penalty will bring this one back. So after a pickup of first down yardage, about a 12-yard gain, the hold is what opened it up. It'll bring it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. They'll replay the down 1st and 9. Well, 1st and 10, rather, as they spot the ball back at the 21. Twin receivers off to both sides. Malachi Holtzman, the back, sidecar on the left of the shotgun quarterback, receiving the snap. Maddox Baylog, the quick give to Holtzman. He's gathered up behind the line of scrimmage and getting away from the tackler, the initial hit. He works his way forward for yardage. It was an initial hit that time by Corey Williams. He had him a jersey handful on the ball carrier Holtzman. Holtzman broke away and continued to chalk the legs and work forward for yardage. A hard-earned pickup for Holtzman of about 5. 2nd down and 5, Sissonville. And the clock continues to wind. 5:30 left to go in this one. Sissonville with the ball at the 15-yard line. Threatening again. Well, what has been a valiant effort by the Red Devils here in the second half. Just, again, another case of too many missed opportunities for Ravenswood early in this one. That would have put them in the catbird seat here late had they been able to capitalize. Snap to Baylog. Give is to Holtzman. He's wide down by a rush, a surge up front. Chase Sook got him. Nice job that time by Sook as he met him behind the line of scrimmage and took him down for a short loss. They'll mark that one back by the 17-yard line. Chase Sook again with another tackle for loss this evening. Nice job by Chase. The senior bringing the pressure up front for this Red Devil defensive unit. Twin receivers out to the left, one to the right. Holtzman is the back in the backfield with Baylog. The sidecar he now switches over to the left. Baylog working out of the shotgun. Play clock down to 10. Baylog takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, looks to fire downfield, has pressure coming from the outside edge. It's Ralphie Rhodes. He got him. Ralphie got him from behind, took him down with the sack. Ralphie came off of the outside edge on the left, came up from behind and took down the quarterback, Maddox Baylog. Huge stop for the Ravenswood defense behind the rush of Ralphie Rhodes. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 4:12 remaining, 21-13 game. Big third down, big fourth down coming up for Sissonville. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
Geno's is spicing things up with 2 new specialty pizzas featuring our new hot honey sauce.
Our hot honey pizza is topped with red pepper flakes, sliced Italian sausage, jalapenos, and onions.
The sweet heat pizza features slices of Italian sausage, green peppers, and onions.
Both are drizzled with our signature hot honey sauce.
Hot honey, it brings the heat.
Sweet heat, the perfect balance of spice and sweet.
2 bold new flavors, available for a limited time at Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House.
When First Federal Savings and Loan came into existence back in 1935, the goal was to provide a financial alternative for individuals and families to secure their future. Homes and dreams that can fuel a community's growth. That's still the goal today, and it's why First Federal is so involved in the daily life of Ravenswood and Jackson County, helping businesses grow, schools thrive, and our children have a brighter future. First Federal Savings and Loan, 712 Washington Street, Ravenswood, an equal housing lender, accounts insured by FDIC.
Back at Flynn Field, Tom Hunter with you. 4:12 left to go in this one. 4th down and 6, Sissonville. They're threatening inside the red zone at the Red Devil 17. Man in motion comes across from the right to the left. Baylog takes a snap at the gun. Looks to fire downfield. Pocket closes in. He cuts and runs upfield. Has open running room up near the 5-yard line. He's taken down. It'll be a first down pickup for Sissonville. Baylog makes something out of nothing, turning a broken play into a first down carry up the middle. First down and goal, Sissonville at the 6-yard line. 4 minutes left to go and the clock winding. Ravenswood had him hemmed in. Ralphie Rhodes with a big rush on a big third down tackle for loss. Had it all set there, and they just could not close it out on that 4th down. Still an opportunity here for Ravenswood. This defensive unit can make a stand and get the ball back, but again, time not on the side of the Red Devils. Down to 3:30 now on a running game clock as the Red Devils trail this one by 8, and Sissonville looking to score here once again. First and goal at the 6. Baylog at the shotgun. Timeout on the field. Michael Hughes wants to talk it over. 3:25 left to go. 4th quarter. We're going to take another break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
Fall has arrived, and Farmers Feed of Ripley has what you need to take care of your livestock. Bunk and round veil feeders and water tanks. And don't forget about their fall mineral program that can save you money on high-quality Purina Wind and Range Sheep and Cattle minerals. Visit Farmers Feed, 620 North Church Street in Ripley, saluting this month's Fair Feed winner, Abigail Comer of the Ripley Christian Academy. It's all at Farmers Feed.
At CAS Cable, we get it. Saving money is a big deal these days. Other companies will try to lure you in with the promise of cheap prices, but it doesn't last. And when the service goes down, it's not always easy to get someone to come fix it. CAS Cable doesn't work that way, and we never will. Call 304-420-2470 or go online to cascable.com and get the quality and service you deserve. 304-420-2470 or cascable.com.
Back at Flynn Field, first down and goal at the 6 for Sissonville as they come out of the timeout. Michael Hughes talked over the strategy here with his quarterback, Maddox Baylog in the shotgun. The give to the back, Holtzman, who carries it toward the goal line. He's taken down short of the goal line, it appears. At the 1 is where Holtzman goes down after a 5-yard pickup. Second down and goal at the 1. And Sissonville trying to capitalize here and extend this lead back out to 2 scores. 3 minutes and now under 3 minutes on a winding clock. 2:55 and it continues to roll here at Flynn Field. Homecoming night for the Red Devils. 21-13 lead Sissonville. Ravenswood has fought back into this one. Just too many missed opportunities on a couple of those sustained drives in the first half where they couldn't capitalize with points. That's a difference in the ball game this evening. The Spread Devil unit has played hard all evening. 2:30 and a winding clock. Baylog with the give to Holtzman as he punches his way through from 1 yard. Touchdown. Malachi Holtzman, the junior running back on the 1 yard touchdown plunge. 2:24 left to go in this one. And the lead extended back out to a 2-score lead here for Sissonville. On to attempt the PAT is Pasco. Hold is down, kick is up, and it splits the uprights. Pasco knocks another one through. 7 on that possession for the Indians. They extend us out to a 28-13 lead. Never say never for the Red Devils, as they hope to catch lightning in a bottle.
Group presents The Adventures of Car Ferry. The Car Ferry says shop pre-owned vehicles at Mark Porter Auto Group and you'll be sure to save because he blasts high prices, which means they have the right vehicles at the right price. You'll be sure to say, Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Car Ferry, you're my hero.
Visit markporterauto.com to see all our locations and get great deals on great vehicles. And be sure to keep watching The Adventures of Car Ferry.
In the top of the 6th. And Gavin Luck scoring. And make it a 2-1 lead here for the Cincinnati Reds in the 6th inning. If you're scoreboard watching, the Mets still trailing down in Miami, now top of the 9th. Miami leading the Mets 6-2. So if this thing holds and the Reds can come away with a win tonight in Milwaukee, they pick up a game on the Mets. Trailing a game and even things back up. And the Reds hold the tiebreaker. Kickoff goes down and out of bounds after it hits on the 28, rolls out at the 25-yard line, where Ravenswood will take over first down and 10. The flag on the play after the kick rolls out of bounds. They'll move it forward for Ravenswood. They'll start out this drive first down and 10 at the 35. So with 2:24 left to work with here, and trailing this one by now 15 points. Ravenswood looking to get something moved here quickly to get some points on the board. Curtis out of the gun, faces pressure, rolls out to the left, looking downfield. He'll tuck it and run. Runs out of bounds on the Ravenswood sideline at the 41. Give him a pickup of 6 on the carry, second down and 4. And more importantly, the clock will stop at 2:17 left to go with the rush out of bounds. They're going to spot that actually at the 42, so 2nd and 3. Pick up a 7 on the carry for Curtis, working out of the gun. 2:17. Clock will start on the snap. Twin receivers out to both sides. Rhodes, the back to the left of Curtis in the gun. Curtis rolls out to the left, fires downfield into the bench area. Incomplete. It was intended for Caleb Hupp. He was the nearest receiver there, but that time Curtis just looking to unload the football and end the play and save some time on the clock here. So 3rd down and 3 now, 2:12 with this latest stoppage on the incomplete pass. Curtis breaks the huddle and brings him to the line. Twin receivers out to either side. Rhodes is the back. He takes the carry. Ralphie rambles across the 45 to the 50-yard line for the first down yardage. Clock will stop for them to set the chains. 2:08. They get up quickly and try to get everyone back on the line here as they get the chains set. 1st and 10 at the Ravenswood 49. Curtis in the gun. Clock winding. 2:03, 2:02, 2:01. Curtis takes the snap. Drops back. Quick slant out to the left side. Caught by Jacob Simmons near the 46. He's driven out of bounds as they work the ball back in. Spotted on the near side hash at the 46-yard line. 1:55 on the game clock with a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5. Red Devils moving. 2nd and 5 at the 46. Curtis with the play. Breaks the huddle, brings the Red Devils to the line. Twin receivers out to either side. Rhodes the sidecar back in the backfield. Working out of the shotgun is Owen Curtis, the junior quarterback. Curtis takes a snap, drops back. Looks to throw downfield, fires. Downfield, wide open is Hupp as he tried to get some separation. He was wide open for a moment, and then closing on the coverage was the defensive back, Brody Scott. I thought Hupp was going to get some separation there toward the end. Ball goes incomplete, out of bounds. Sets up a 3rd down and 5. 1:48 left to go in this one. Ravenswood trying to chip away, get back in this thing late. Curtis fires downfield, finds a man over on the far sideline. The pass is complete to Matthew Phelps. He catches the ball at the 32 and is driven out of bounds. That's good for a Ravenswood 1st down. Chains move. 1:40 on a stopped clock now. Curtis chipping away with the passing game here. Trying to find those short out routes, get guys the football and get them out of bounds to save some clock. That's what they've been able to do so far on this drive. Clock winding again. They're going to say he was inbounds when he was hit. 133, 132. Snap to Curtis. He drops back. Sets at the 40. Nothing going. He cuts out. Finds a place to run toward the 30 as he weaves his way up through a hole. Taken down, and Ravenswood will have to take a timeout here. That's their 2nd charge timeout of the half. They had to burn one as Curtis trying to make something out of nothing on a broken play. Cuts up field and gets back to the 30-yard line for a short gain of a couple. Don't forget, coming up after our broadcast, comprehensive coverage of all the high school football action around the Mountain State with Fred Persinger and Dave Jekyll on Metro News. High school game night. You'll hear that all the way up until the midnight hour here on WMOV, and then we'll roll into overnight coverage with the Infinity Sports Network. A couple of college football games tonight. Florida State in action this evening as we take a look at scores in college football. Virginia leading number 8 FSU. Actually, check that tie ball game. 28-all, 7:24 left to go. Actually, Virginia has scored. 34-28 Cavaliers on top of the Seminoles. 7:24 in the fourth. Looking, it keeps on flashing back and forth. Yep, 8-yard touchdown run, Chandler Morris, rather. Curtis, shotgun, drops back, fires downfield, has a man, connects on the pass play. It'll be good for a first down. The receiver on that one, Jonathan Williams. Williams connecting on the pass play, and he's instructed Curtis to get up on the ball and chalk it down and stop the clock, and they do that on the first down play at the 18-yard line. Curtis on a 2nd and 8, converting for another Red Devil first down. They're down inside the red zone at the 18, 1:11 on a stop clock now after Curtis chalked the first down snap to stop the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10. I'm going to take a couple shots here at the end zone. Still have a little bit of time to work with an onside kick opportunity. Trip receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Curtis drops back, throws downfield, has a man open at the 8-yard line. It's hauled in and caught by Simmons. He gets into the end zone, touchdown, Red Devils. Jacob Simmons on the 18-yard touchdown strike from Owen Curtis. 1:03 left to go in this one, and the Red Devils chip back away once again, cutting back within a score. They need a 2-point conversion here, really, is what they need. 28-19, trailing this one by 9. .103 mark. Curtis on the conversion, gets it to Simmons. Simmons fighting for yardage, but he stops short. Simmons comes up short on the sweep on the extra point attempt, and Ravenswood is 9 points shy. They're going to need 2 scores here with 1:03 left to go in this one. 28-19. A nice job by Curtis to cap that drive off on the touchdown strike to Jacob Simmons. And good to see Jacob Simmons putting some points on the board this evening in his return into the lineup after being sidelined since the Ripley game. So we've got heck of an effort by this Ravenswood team tonight. On homecoming night, again, you continue to see improvement each and every week out of this group. A can-do attitude, not getting down, in spite of what's been a tough stretch for this program. Kids keep working. Great attitude, great effort. Great coaching by this staff, taking all the necessary steps to get this program back on the right path. Just couldn't capitalize on some early opportunities when they needed to. It would have been a much different situation here late in this ball game had that happened. As they set up for the onside kick attempt, Hupp is lined up and ready to kick away. Ball is teed at the 40. They've got a stack to the left side in terms of coverage, about 6 guys over on the left side, 3 on the far side. As they hop it down to the 30, the kick is covered at the 30-yard line by Sissonville defender. Looking to see who that was. Colin Stillwell, freshman. There is a flag down on the field near the 41-yard line. Let's see what this is. So 1:01 remaining in this one. Wow. Sissonville, unsportsmanlike conduct, dead ball penalty. That will be costly to the Indians as they move this one back to the 15-yard line now. So 15-yard assessment on the penalty. And 1:01 on the clock here. Ravenswood has one timeout left in their pocket. They can stop the clock one last time here. And they will snap the ball and take a knee. Sissonville winding the clock. Ravenswood needing 2 scores here. They're going to just let this clock roll. Under 45 seconds left to go here. Play clock showing 25, game clock showing 40, 15-second differential. And Sissonville will head out of here with a hard-fought victory tonight over a Ravenswood team that has nothing to hang their heads about. Nothing to hang their heads about tonight. They played hard. Just could not capitalize on some early opportunities. Offense started clicking a lot better second half. It was there. Final score from Flintfield to Spano-Taylor Stadium. Sissonville 28. Ravenswood 19. We'll be back with post-game coverage here in just a moment. You're listening to Red Devil Football on WMOV.
This has been Ravenswood Red Devil Football on AM 1360, FM 106.9, and FM 93.5, WMOV. Stay tuned. The post-game show is next.
It's Truck Month at Mark Porter Ford. 2025 Ford F-150 STX Crew Cab 4-wheel drive, $499 a month, 36 month lease, 12,000 miles a year, and $2,500 at signing. Who has Super Duties? We do. 88 of them. Car Ferry is King Ferry when it comes to Super Duties. Save up to $10,000 off. 2024 Ford Maverick Bechtel Hybrid, $26,999, 53 to choose from. Get 40 miles per gallon. 25 Ford F-150 STX getting at $42,999 with up to $7,000 off. 2025 Ford Bronco, save up to $8,000 off. Put a current Jeep product and have a trade-in. Starts at $36,999. Bronco Sport starting at $28,999. 40 available. Over 300 new Fords are available. 25 Ford Escapes save up to $6,000 off, starting under $28,000. Shop 24 hours a day at markporterford.com. All new 2025 Ford Expedition 5 in stock now. 2025 Mach-E $299 a month, 36 month lease, 12,000 miles a year, $2,000 due at signing. Over 400 used cars are in stock at markporterauto.com. Come to Route 32 Mayhew Road, Jackson, Ohio. Sale ends September 30th. All rebates dealer.
This is Stephen Fidel, your mild-mannered morning man. As we head into some weekend downtime, let's remember we can't always choose the music life plays, but we can choose how we dance to it. So have a great weekend, everyone, and don't forget to join me Monday morning at 6 for your favorite music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s right here on WMOV. Along with your favorite songs, you'll find local, state, and national news along with area announcements and weather here on 93.5, 106.9, and 1360 AM.
Welcome to the Red Devil Postgame Show on AM 1360, FM 106.9, and FM 93.5 WMOV. Once again, from the Mark Porter Motors broadcast booth, here's Tom Hunter.
Tough one tonight for Ravenswood. Like we said in the close of the game broadcast, it was there. It was there. Every opportunity was there for tonight to be a special night at Flynn Field, and they just could not capitalize on a couple of really good offensive series where they got down in the red zone, near the red zone in the first half, and that was the difference in the ball game. And the difference really in the ball game was off of that blocked field goal that came early in this one that resulted in a big special teams return for Sissonville to set them up deep in Red Devil territory, and they punched it in a couple plays later to go from 7-0 at that point up to 14-0. And that, if you want to point to one thing in this game, that was probably the difference in terms of where things ended up here at the end for Ravenswood. Red Devils fought hard, got back in this thing. Trey Copen with an 80-yard kick return that really sparked things there at the end of the first half. Had some good positive momentum going into the locker room. And Matt Peary's group took advantage and played their hearts out second half. Owen Curtis with an outstanding night tonight. A 1-yard touchdown run in the third to pull Ravenswood within one score at 21-13, and then engineering a late drive and a big pass completion to Jacob Simmons, who broke through and got in from 18 yards out on the pass reception, really got in from 8 yards out. He caught the pass at the 8-yard line, a 10-yard pass completion, and then 8 yards in for the score for Simmons, who had an outstanding night returning from injury. But it was just too little too late in terms of trying to play catch-up. It just ran out of time. 28-19 final tonight as Sissonville comes away with a hard-fought win in this one. We'll take another break, come back and talk about our player of the game and look at the complete scoring summary, all that and much more as post-game coverage rolls on here on WMOV.
It's the saucy summer of barbecue at Tudor's. Tender pulled pork, smothered in 3 delicious new sauces. Sweet teriyaki, savory and thick. Carolina Gold, tangy and bold. Honey sriracha, hot and spicy. Topped with our creamy coleslaw. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Tudor's Biscuit World's pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome sauce.
The University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College is committed to excellence in education at an affordable price. With campuses across the region, obtaining your degree or certification has never been easier. We're committed to your success and offer a wide range of programs, dedicated faculty, and a friendly community. Scholarships and financial aid are available to help you along the way. At Rio, we are changing tomorrows by making an affordable education within reach. Visit us online at rio.edu. That's rio.edu.
It's the time of the year when Friday nights are special, and that's because Friday nights are reserved for high school football. This is Fred Persinger inviting you to join Dave Jekyll and me every Friday night through November 28th for year number 24 of Game Night. Every Friday night, we'll bring you all the scores and stories from around the state. Plus, we'll take your phone calls and talk about your favorite team. It's Game Night, presented by Match, a Mountain State Assessment of Trends and Community Health Survey. Visit wvmatchsurvey.org.
Back at Flynn-Field, Spano Taylor Stadium, Tom Hunter with you on WMOV's post-game coverage from Homecoming 2025. Unfortunately, result not in the favor of the Red Devils, but a hard-fought effort by Ravenswood tonight as they end up dropping a 28-19 decision to Sissonville in the renewal of an old rivalry. 30th meeting in the series now. Ravenswood now leads the series 17-13. Sissonville has now won the last 2 meetings in this series, and they've won 6 of the last seven meetings in the series now, dating back to 1985. Take a look at our honors for our Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti Player of the Game tonight. A lot of people deserving of it. Owen Curtis having an outstanding night for Ravenswood. Simmons looking impressive in the return. On the defensive side of the football, Chase Sook and Ralphie Rhodes with outstanding nights on big stops for loss at key times that really helped that defensive unit. But I'm going to give this one to the momentum shifter, Trey Copen, the 80-yard kick return touchdown that really keyed things for the momentum and the run that Ravenswood put together in that last 25 minutes of this ball game. Trey Copen, the 80-yard kick return to the house for the touchdown to close out the first half for Ravenswood. That makes him our Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti Player of the Game for this Week 5 matchup for Ravenswood High School football. Taking a look at the full scoring summary for tonight. Opened the scoring up at the 9:40 mark in the first quarter. It was Maddox Baylog, the quarterback for Sissonville, hitting Colton Ross on a 22-yard touchdown pass The extra point attempt was good by Freddie Pasco, 7-0 at that point, Sissonville. Caleb Hupp came up with a big interception to stop the Sissonville drive and started out Ravenswood at the 8-yard line late in the first quarter. They worked their way all the way down inside the 20-yard line to close out the drive. Hupp set up for a 32-yard field goal attempt. The field goal was blocked at the line of scrimmage and was returned over 50 yards by Colton Ross down inside the 25-yard line for the Indians to set up shop deep in Ravenswood territory. A few plays later, Riker Williams finished out the drive on a 9-yard touchdown run, the 8-12 mark in the second, to put Sissonville up 2 scores at that point, 14-0 after Pasco's PAT kick split the uprights. To close out the first half scoring, Sissonville scored once again, 35-second mark left to go in the half. Baylog again connecting with Brody Scott this time, a 14-yard touchdown pass. Pasco's PAT kick was good, again 21-0 at that point. And then on the ensuing kickoff, that was a fireworks moment for Trey Copeland, the 80-yard kick return to the house that gave the Red Devils their first points of the night. It was 21-7 at the half after the Hupp PAT kick split the uprights. In the third quarter, the Red Devils scored 21-13. They scored on a 1-yard touchdown run by Owen Curtis at the 1:14 mark in the third quarter. Hupp's PAT kick was no good, 21-13 at that point as Ravenswood fought back into this to cut it back to a 1-score deficit. 2:24 mark in the fourth quarter. Malachi Holtzman with a 1-yard touchdown run to extend the Sissonville lead out to 28-13. Pasco's PAT kick was good, and then at the 1:03 mark, as Ravenswood fought back on the final drive there to try to cut this thing back to a one-possession ball game, Owen Curtis completing the 10-yard screen pass to an open Jacob Simmons near the 8-yard line. He took the remaining 8 yards in, an 18-yard pass completion for a touchdown. Simmons getting a touchdown reception tonight. Good to see him again get back into the scoring column for the Red Devils this evening, courtesy of the arm of Owen Curtis. PAT attempt on the 2-point run was no good, and that was our final, 28-19. Another congratulations once again to Mr. Red Devil Hayden Heath and Miss Red Devil for 2025, Ariana Eads. They were crowned during the homecoming festivities at halftime, and the Ravenswood Band now performing for the homecoming crowd that remains their competition show for the 2025 competition season. A beautiful night for football at Flynn Field. We'll be back to put a wrap on it after this word. You're listening to Ravenswood Red Devil football coverage on WMOV.
It's spicing things up. 2 new specialty pizzas featuring our new hot honey sauce.
The hot honey pizza is topped with red pepper flakes, spiced Italian sausage, jalapenos, and onions.
The sweet heat pizza features slices of Italian sausage, green peppers, and onions.
Both are drizzled with our signature hot honey sauce.
Hot honey brings the heat.
Sweet heat, the perfect balance of spice and sweet.
2 bold new flavors, available for a limited time at Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House.
Hello, everyone. This is Richard Parsons. I'm the pastor at Second Baptist Church here in beautiful Ravenswood, West Virginia. I'd like to invite you to our church. We have services on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for Sunday school, 11 a.m. for church. And we have services on Sunday evenings at 6:30, and Wednesday evenings we have prayer and Bible study at 6:30. Our church is located on the corner of Ann and Elwood Street here in Ravenswood. We have ministry for the teens and youth, and we run buses and vans in the area. If you need a ride or questions about Second Baptist Church, give us a call at 304-273-5396. Also, we operate Heritage Christian Academy. If you have any questions about Heritage Christian Academy, give us a call, 304-273-9463. Remember, Jesus is coming soon. Need to be ready. Be called. And amen.
Back in the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth, Tom Hunter with you at Flynn Field as we put a wrap on tonight's broadcast. Ravenswood, a hard-fought, valiant effort on homecoming night, but unfortunately the Red Devils now falling to 0-5 overall in the season. For Ravenswood, the benefit of coming out of this one tonight is next week is an open date. It's an open date that Ravenswood desperately needs to get healthy. although they had most everyone back in the lineup tonight, except for one player still out with injury. A much better-looking unit tonight, especially getting Jacob Simmons back into the lineup. And you can't fault this Red Devil defense. They played extremely hard all night, keeping the pressure on Maddox Baylog and the Sissonville Indians offensive unit. Again, a hard-fought effort. It was there for the taking for Ravenswood. They just could not capitalize on some early scoring opportunities that they needed to be finishing out those offensive drives a little bit stronger. It will come. It is coming. There are positive steps, a lot to build off of. And for this ball club, for Matt Peary's group, they're going to go in and approach the bye week as an opportunity to have a clean slate. Look at these last 5 games as if it's 0-0, starting out again. It doesn't get easier for the Red Devils. They've got a tough matchup with Roane County to start out October 10th after coming off of that bye week next Friday, where they'll be off and getting rested for that game coming up on the 10th here at Flynn Field against Roane County. That will be our next broadcast. That'll be a 7:06 pregame coverage on Friday night, October 10th, the 7:30 kickoff here for the Roane County Raiders and the Ravenswood Red Devils. Then it's back-to-back road games against Buffalo, a new LKC foe, and an old Ravenswood opponent that they're very familiar with down in Putnam County. They'll be on the road at Clay County against a very tough Clay County Panthers team on October 24th. Then they'll finish out with back-to-back games here at home, an opportunity potentially against Ritchie County. That could be a very competitive matchup for LKC, potential LKC victory for the Red Devils. And then on the road, welcoming in from Lost Creek, South Harrison Hawks on November 7th to finish things out. A big thanks to our jack of all trades back at the station, the engineer, master control tonight, running all 3 broadcasts along the Vandalia Media Network, Mr. Dave Miller. We always appreciate all of his hard work on the production pieces, as well as producing the live game broadcast for us from our Gibbs Street studios here in Ravenswood. A big thanks to the owner of Vandalia Media, who is doing double duty for us tonight, running the camera upstairs, Mr. Tom Sussman. Appreciate all of that. For those of you watching the Reds pennant race, good news tonight. Reds right now with a 3-1 lead in the 8th inning in Milwaukee. It was Spencer Steer scoring Gavin Lux in the top of the 4th on a single, and Miguel Andujar singling to center to score Gavin Lux in the top of the 6th, and then Tyler Stevenson hitting a sac fly to center to score Andujar to give them that 3-1 lead. Tony Santillan in right now pitching for the Reds, and the Reds have some space to move tonight with the Mets going down to defeat in Miami by a final of 6-2, and the Padres currently losing in the end of the 2nd to Arizona on the West Coast 1-0. So potentially a big night of movement for the Reds in this race for the wild card. Let's hope it holds. We'll be joining Fred Persinger and Dave Jekyll here momentarily along the Metro News Radio Network for Metro News High School game night. We'll probably be checking in with them shortly here from our broadcast position in the Mark Porter Auto Group broadcast booth at Flynn Field. For Dave Miller, for Tom Sussman, for all of our crew, it's been a pleasure having you with us here this evening. Again, your final here tonight from Flynn Field, 28-19, Sissonville defeats